Harwich hits the road, and for the second time this summer, we're at Eldredge Park in Orleans. Welcome in to the Mariners Radio Network, Game 26 of the Cape Cod Baseball League Summer, and the third meeting of the summer between the Firebirds and the Mariners. Harwich comes in at 15-10 for record, Orleans 8-17 last in the East Division. With Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenneman. Milo, before we give lineups and get things going any minute now, just recapping yesterday a little bit, a tough loss for the third time this summer. Harwich fell 6-2 to Brewster.
Yeah, third time against the Whitecaps that they've lost, third straight time that they've lost against the Whitecaps ever since that 2-1 July 3rd win, which was a pitcher's duel. Leaving runners in scoring position yesterday was a struggle for the Mariners, just 2 for 18 in that situation. So today they have to hit better with runners in scoring position. That's how you bring home runs. That's how you build a consistent offense. So today against Orleans, that should be atop the goal list.
Well, here's the lineup tonight against the Firebirds. Colin Larson leading off, playing right. Nate Castellone batting second, playing short. Batting third, Ty Smolinski. He's playing third tonight. In the cleanup position will be the catcher, Braden Jacksa. Batting fifth will be Cade Kurland at second base. Kurland was on base 4 times yesterday in the loss to the Whitecaps. Batting sixth, J.P. Peltier. He's playing left field tonight. Quentin Coates will hit seventh, playing first base. And Sean O'Leary batting eighth will be the DH as Nico Brini in Game 2 of his Cape League Summer plays center field and rounds out the Mariners' starting lineup tonight. It's a friendly face on the hill. It's because the last time we were here at Eldredge Park, Braden Toro started the game against Harwich, and the 6', 200-pound righty is back on the hill tonight. Toro, a rising junior out of Stetson. So far in Cape Cod, he's appeared 8 times. His one start actually came against Harwich. He's pitched 13 2/3 innings, surrendered 8 runs, struck out 14, and walked just 5. So the last time we saw him, he went 3 innings of 3-hit, 2-run baseball, just gave up a 2-out double. That was to Kevin Maluski, who's not in the lineup tonight for the M's. And those were the 2 runs he gave up. He pitched a solid game in a final that ended up being 8-4 in the Mariners' direction.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. The Mariners sort of felt like they had control of it the entire way, but 8-4 doesn't necessarily scream domination, but it was a comfortable win for the Mariners. Toro did look pretty good on the hill, went those 3 innings, just those 2 runs. But it's interesting, only his second start of the season tonight, both against the Mariners.
Colin Larson digs in. Toro's going to let it rip. Orleans in their white tank top uniforms, sleeveless vests, if you will, red lettering, white lids, red caps. And everybody has the black Orleans Firebird undershirt for the M's. It's the baby blue retro road uniforms. Larson digs in, a right-on-left matchup. 77 degrees, a windy one tonight. And Toro set, kicks and fires. First pitch to Larson, a fastball called strike 1 on the inside corner. 6:31 first pitch. We're on time here. The hill is packed at Eldredge Park. It's down the right field line. This community loves their Firebirds baseball. 0-1 to Larson. That hit him. It got him in the elbow. He tried to duck out of the way. A fastball up and in. And it looked like it caught a lot of the guard. Larson disposes of his equipment. And the leadoff man aboard on a hit-by pitch. Colin Larson has speed over there as well.
It may not feel too good, but you'll take that if you're the Mariners. First batter reaches, and you got to start the train here. Maybe run with Larson like you just said. He does have speed.
Larson an all-star. Here's another all-star, Nate Castellone. Right-on-right matchup with Toro. Castellone hitting .355. 7 runs batted in this summer. Larson off of first, a healthy lead. Toro comes to Castellone. Nate rips one down the left field line. That's just foul. Castellone was a little bit early on that one, squared it up, and now he's down 0-1.
Yeah, just turned on that pitch. He likes to attack that first pitch in at-bats. It seems like it's been a consistent theme throughout his time here with the Mariners. So if you're a pitcher, you got to be careful about putting something right down the middle.
Castellone has 17 hits in his first 48 plate appearances. 16 of them are singles. Just a guy who knows how to hit his way on. 0-1. Larson goes. Pitch up high, a ball. Throw down to second. Also high. Tag applied, but not in time. Larson now leads the Mariners, his 14th stolen base of the summer, and Harwich has a man in scoring position with nobody out in the top of the first.
Yesterday, Larson didn't run too much once he got on. He got on 3 separate times, but the Mariners, when they're winning, they steal bases.
Ball and a strike to Castellon, nobody out. Toro from the belt. Looks back at Larson. Here's the 1-1. Castellon swings, fouls it off over the Firebird dugout. And now Nate with the runner at second and nobody out. Maybe the mission changes a little bit with this at-bat, just trying to get Larson over that 90 feet, even if it means recording it out.
Yeah, you could tell with that swing right there from Castellon, a little bit late, but maybe trying to poke it the other way, like you said.
Castellon in a 1-2 hole. Toro. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Hanging breaking ball pushed out to right center field. That's a base hit for Castellon. Larson got a late release. Terrell fires it in. Larson's held up at third. And the Mariners have him on the corners with nobody out. And maybe the best Harwich player of them all this summer, Ty Smolinski, will dig in from the left side. A chance to do some early damage in this one.
That was just gorgeous from Castellon. An off-speed, it looked like he adjusted mid-swing. He could tell it was coming in a little slower, readjusted, and just poked it out beautifully to right field. He is a well-rounded hitter.
They call that bat-on-ball skills. And sometimes you just hear it and say, duh, you want to hit the ball. But, I mean, that's impressive to just punch one the other way for a hit. Here's Smolinski. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch to Ty. Swing and a miss. Smolinski let everything rip into that swing. Could not catch up to the high fastball. It's 0-1. Castellon off of first. May think about second. He's stolen 2 bases this summer. Larson 90 feet away. 0-1. Smolinski rips one deep into left field. Magpie chasing. That baby is gone. A Smolinski shot to get things going. It's 2-0 Harwich, and nobody's out in the first inning. A 3-run bomb, and the M's step on the Firebirds. All 3 reach in their first plate appearance. And Smolinski with the first blow here on the road. 3-0 M's.
With that homer, Smolinski is now tied for the top of the Cape with 5 home runs. To the opposite field, first opposite field bomb for Ty all summer long. We knew he could do that coming into the summer. He did it at Kansas State this past season. But man, oh man, what a season he's having here on the Cape.
Nobody on for Jaxa. 3-0 Harwich. First pitch fastball misses outside. It's 1-0. That's how you jump on a starter. Hit by pitch, single, and then the 3-run blast from Ty. Jaxa, right on right matchup. Toro asks for a new pitch. Pitch clock winding down. Here's the 1-0. That's a fastball called a strike on the outside corner. Evens the count at 1-1.
Mariners had this exact situation against Katuitt a couple of games ago. They ended up losing that game. 3 runs, first 3 hitters of the ball game.
1-1. Jaxa, broken bat, flare into left field. Magpie's going to catch up to this one, and he makes the play. That's the first out of the game, and it comes on a Jaxa fly out to left. He's the cleanup hitter for Harwich.
Bat shattered. Second time Jaxa has broken a bat in consecutive days now. He's holding the knob of his bat. It looks like it was cut in half. Yesterday against Brewster, he broke his bat and was literally just left with, I don't know, like a foot of the handle of the bat.
So powerful. I mean, that ball went almost to the track in left field on a broken bat. Curlin steps in. First pitch breaking ball stays up high. It's 1-0. Curlin had the best day of all Harwich hitters yesterday. Doubled, singled, scored a run, walked twice. He was 2 for 3 with a pair of walks. 1-0. Smacked down the right field line, but foul. Counts even at a ball and a strike.
You know, lights already on here at Eldredge Park because of the weird dusky sky. Some wildfire sky in the air, similar to yesterday between Harwich and Brewster over at White House Field.
1-1 to Cade. Curlin swings and fouls one off over the press box here at Eldredge Park. And he's down 1-2. I mean, that is some start. And when the Mariners kick off the first 3 in their lineup with All-Star Larson, All-Star Castellon, and All-Star Smolinski, there's always that type of potential. So much for runners on the corners when Ty can just bring them all in. Ground ball on the 1-2 to short. Comiskey is there, gobbles, and fires to first in time for the second out. Kerwin grounds out to short. And Peltier, another Harwich All-Star, will dig in with a 2-out, nobody on at bat here in the first.
Peltier didn't play yesterday. Seems like every time he's in the lineup. Now playing outfield, back in left today. Did that 2 games ago against YD. He's always going to put together a good at-bat.
3 already in the top of the first for the M's. Toro back from the windup, right on right with Peltier. First pitch, cut on, softly hit grounder to second. Gomez charges, flips to first in time. So the first 3 reach, and the last one, the staple, the Smolinski smash, a 3-run homer in the top of the first. And the M's on 2 hits, score 3 runs, leave nobody on base. What a start here at Eldredge Park. The Orleans lineup and Riley Goodman, the Harwich starter, when we come back on the Mariners Radio Network. Orleans already in a 3-0 hole after the Ty Smolinski 3-run blast to start the game in the top of the first. This is who Kelly Nicholson calls on tonight to try and respond early on. Leading off, playing center, Rowan Kelly. Batting second, the first baseman, Dom Cadiz. Batting third, Bub Terrell in right field. Jonathan Gomez, the second baseman, hits fourth. Tyler Myatt, the DH, will bat fifth. Casey Comiskey at shortstop, hitting sixth. Adrian Beltre Jr. batting seventh, playing third. And Cal Strickland will catch and hit eighth. And to round out the Firebirds tonight, it'll be the left fielder, Adam Magpok. Riley Goodman climbs the hill for now the 5th time this summer. He's pitched 19 innings, has a 2.84 ERA. He's been marvelous for the M's. First pitch to Kelly, fastball just a little bit outside, ball one. Goodman stands at 6'2", 200 pounds, rising sophomore, just transferred to the University of Georgia from South Carolina. Goodman's out of Memphis, Tennessee. 1-0. Swung on, hard hit down the left field line towards the foul pole, but that's foul. 1-1.
Yeah, something that Goodman does really well is limit the walks. Has just 7 coming into the day in 19 innings, 17 strikeouts. Commands the zone really well.
Right on left matchup. Goodman has really only hit hard for the first time his last time out. 1-1 to Kelly, taken on the outer edge for a strike. 4 1/3 of 8 hit baseball. That was an 8-0 loss against Brewster. Granted, in 8 hits, Goodman gave up just 4 earned runs. Could have been worse, but he walked 2 and only struck out 1. That was for the first time this summer we saw him not have super high strikeout numbers. 1-2. Swinging a foul straight back. Kelly staying alive.
Orleans is coming in winners of 2 of their last 3, so a little bit of momentum wins against Chatham and YD, two pretty solid teams, but the loss last night against Wareham. You kind of scratch your head at that one, the worst team in the league.
Both Wareham and Orleans, bottom of the barrel in their divisions. The 1-2, cut on and miss, strike 3. Kelly strikes out, and Goodman, there's the strikeout we were talking about, the first batter he sees. Kelly goes down swinging.
A nice pitch down in the zone there from Goodman, and a good start for him. If he's commanding the zone well, like I said he does, it's good news for the Ems.
Sets up a right-on-right matchup with Dom Cadiz, the first baseman at a UCLA. Goodman, big windup, leg kick, and comes home. First pitch fastball just outside. 1-0. Sinker, slider, fastball, cut fastball, changeup is the mix for Riley. Sinker comes in at 93, slider at 85, cutter at 88, and the change at 85. The 1-0, that's up and in. Back-to-back balls to start out Cadiz. And Dom is having some kind of summer here in Orleans. 310 hitter for average, 2 homers, 13 runs batted in. 2-0 offering. That's a strike called at the knees. Goodman went back to the fastball, 2-1.
Whenever I watch Cadiz, I always am so impressed. He goes up with such a simple approach, no armor or anything, just batting gloves, a bat, and excellent talent.
2-1. Swung on and missed. Center cut fastball. Cadiz couldn't catch up. Evens the count at 2-2. Lights already on tonight here at Eldredge Park. It almost looks like there's a sandstorm coming. It's very yellow from the wildfires in Canada just north of us here. And it was like this yesterday, but even worse today. 2-2. Just off the outside corner away. This is a good at-bat from both of these guys. The count now goes full. Cadiz has worked it to a long at-bat, now a 3-ball, 2-strike count. But Goodman, when he's missed, it's been right there. Cadiz digs back in. Goodman, deep breath on the hill. Now he's ready. Here comes the payoff. Cadiz fouls one off behind home plate. And Dom staying alive.
I'm just going to battle. Takes a couple steps outside the box. Confident ball player. Just finished his freshman season at UCLA. Seems so mature, despite being just a rising sophomore.
Didn't play every day for the Bruins. #1 overall seed going into the NCAA tournament this year. Did not make Omaha. Another 3-2. In the dirt low, Cadiz, a long at-bat. Draws a 1-out walk for the Firebirds here in the first. That walk is our first free pass of the game, presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees for those that qualify. capecod.edu/free for more. Bub Terrell digs in. Terrell, an all-star, a .275 hitter, 3 homers, 11 runs batted in. And he's got Cadiz off of first base, trailing by 3 with 1 out. Right on left matchup, Goodman's first pitch, a fastball on the outer edge, called strike 1. Terrell is such a demanding presence in that left-hand batter's box. 6'4", 230 pounds. Outfielder out of Auburn. Goodman ahead 0-1, working from the stretch. Here's the pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Jaxa. Ball and a strike. Earlier this year, Milo and I had mentioned multiple times about how important it is to have a good catcher. It is at every level, but especially out here. Mariners score more than anyone on wild pitches. Jaxa's been solid defensively. 1-1-2 Terrell, skied foul, third base side.
Foul ball. There's a street right behind us here. It went past the street, past all of the trees, and I have no clue what's that far, but if there's someone over there, they just got rudely interrupted.
Terrell doesn't seem to care. Pumps his bat at Goodman. Ball and 2 strikes. Cadiz with the lead off of first base. 1 out. Goodman, 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Goodman fans Terrell. There's now 2 outs in the first inning. And Jonathan Gomez is coming up. Terrell's a guy who screams like he may strike out a lot. Just a power-hitting, bigger guy, takes a huge rip at it. But he's been a tough out via the punch-out this summer.
Terrell in the home run derby coming up in a few days over at White House Field.
Gomez steps into the right side. Goodman looks in. Now comes home. First pitch, a little bit down low, 1-0. Harwich leads 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. Ty Smolinski had a 3-run home run. The Mariners' first time up in this inning. Check on Dom Cadiz off of first. The throw gets away from Quentin Coates. Cadiz thought about going to second, went about 20%, and then realized he's going back to the first base bag. Coates had to go retrieve the ball, and everybody's staying put.
Yeah, it looked like kind of an awkward dive from Cadiz, wincing a little bit after that one.
Counts 1-0 here on the second baseman, transferring to Stetson from Fairleigh Dickinson University. Jonathan Gomez, 5 for 29 this summer. 1-0. Goodman paints the inside corner. Called a strike with the heater. 1-1. Gomez, if Fairleigh Dickinson rings a bell, might be because of that upset they had in the NCAA men's basketball tournament a couple years ago. They beat Purdue, #1 overall seed that year. 1-1. Outside, Jaxa can't catch it. Cadiz at second base on the wild pitch.
FDU believe it. I think that's what it was.
Andrew
FDU.
Catalan.
Yeah.
That's a Syracuse guy.
Sure is.
You think you would have had a better call than that?
No.
I think that's a very good call.
I think that's an excellent call. One of the best for a reason.
2 balls, 1 strike, runner at second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's taken for a strike on the inside corner. And Goodman gets it to a 2-strike count. It's 2-2 on Gomez. Harwich trying to consolidate that 3-run top of the first with a scoreless bottom half here at Eldredge Park in Orleans. Packed house tonight. Goodman, 2-2. Swing and a miss. A wicked slider ran away in the right-on-right matchup. Gomez chased, and Goodman walks Cadiz, but leaves him in scoring position. Goodman struck out every hitter that he got out in that inning. It's 3-0 Harwich after the first. You're listening on the Mariners Radio Network. Start of the second, Harwich leads Orleans 3-0. Milton Cat, proud to power the Cape all summer long, brings you the second inning from Eldredge Park. The Mariners had a 2-hit, 3-run first inning, capped off by the Smolinski 3-run blast, and it's 7, 8, and 9 coming up for the M's here in the second. That's Coates, O'Leary, and Breeden. Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenneman. Thrilled to have you with us on Wednesday night on the radio. Coates an all-star, hitting .260, 4 doubles, 4 runs batted in. Digs in for a right-on-right matchup with the starter Toro, who is back out there for the second inning. Toro set. Now comes home. First pitch taken in the dirt low. Ball 1. So all 5 of the Harwich All-Stars, the Mariners do not have a pitcher that made the All-Star team. So Larson, Castellón, Smolinski, Peltier, and Coates all in the lineup tonight.
And you get 3 of them.
The 1-0. Ground ball up the middle into center field. A base hit for Coates. Man, has he turned it on in this second half of the first half of the summer. And that bat stays blazing hot even after a couple of recent off days for Coates. Leadoff man aboard in the second.
Yeah, just perfectly hit up the middle. It's exactly what you're going for there. Take it right back from where it came from.
Brings up Sean O'Leary. O'Leary was off last night. Runner on, nobody out, and Coates. Right on left with Sean O'Leary and Toro. First pitch. O'Leary takes a strike. That was a breaking ball. About letter high. 0-1. Being on the radio really doesn't do enough justice to how unique Eldredge Park is. You have a 440-foot fence to hit a home run past in center field. Almost like a reverse baseball diamond in the other direction. Before we get into this, here's the 0-1 to Shano, outside 1-1. And then this hill down the first base right field line goes from home plate all the way down to the foul pole. And there are, if not hundreds, maybe thousands of people sitting on the hill. Perfectly cut, green, real grass. It's not turf. Dogs are out here, little kids playing around. 1-1. O'Leary takes another breaking ball. This one missed away, and Shano gets ahead 2-1.
Yeah, you have to put your towel down before the game starts. So when you walk in, it's just a bunch of towels and no people, and then you have to come reclaim your spot again.
Orleans is 5-7 for record at Eldredge Park. Check on the runner Coates at first. He's back with a dive. O'Leary ahead here with 1 on and nobody out. Harwich up by 3 in the top of the second. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Toro ready from the rubber. And here's the pitch. Swing and a foul straight back into the netting. Evens the count at 2-2. Kelly Nicholson, the skipper for the Firebirds, has coached for over 2 decades for Orleans in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Similar to Steve Englert, Scott Pickler, all in this East Division. They're surpassed the 2 decades mark in the Cape League. He's been a part of building what Orleans is today. 2-2. O'Leary swings, skies one foul over our heads. Third base side.
Yeah, just a little late on that pitch, but a good at-bat here from Sean O'Leary. Seems like he's seeing the pitches out of Toro's hand pretty well.
O'Leary battling. 2-2. Coates off the first. Toro takes his time. And checks on Coates, and he picked him off. Coates in a rundown here. Coates now going back to first. The shortstop, Comiskey's going to chase him down, and he ran Coates all the way back to the bag and was able to tag him out about 4 steps in front of it. First out of the second inning comes during O'Leary's at-bat. Coates gets picked off at first.
And you knew Coates was going to run as hard as he possibly could. He's frustrated with himself as he walks back to the dugout. But he sprinted back to first base, and Comiskey said, all right, enough of this. I'm going to take matters into my own hands and put his head down.
Coates has now been caught stealing or picked off 3 times this summer. He's only stolen 2 bases. Maybe a guy that should just stay more true to the bag. 1 out, nobody on, still 2-2 to Sean O'Leary. Toro fires away. O'Leary turns on one foul behind home plate again. He's been on time. All of these foul balls have gone straight back. He's just missing that sweet spot. But he's battling against the starter Toro, who's already been beat up in an inning in the third so far. Surrendered 3 hits and 3 runs. Toro shakes off a couple pitches. Now he's set 2-2 again. O'Leary in the dirt. Sean stayed away. Count goes full.
Yeah, good at bat here from O'Leary. The wind is severely blowing out to left field. We already saw the opposite field home run from Ty Smolinski. Wonder if O'Leary is going to try and take this one the other way. Big hole directly up the middle of the infield right now.
Payoff pitch. O'Leary swings and fouls one off, again into the backstop behind the plate. This is a really good battle here in the top of the second. O'Leary, a .230 hitter, 9 runs batted in. Been in and out of the lineup since day one. 3-2. In the dirt, ball 4. That is some at-bat from Sean O'Leary. A 9-pitch walk. And he gets on with 1 out. And Nico Brini coming up.
Yeah, excellent at-bat right there. First walk of the day for Mariners hitters. And that was well-deserved. Some walks deserve a little bit more than just the BB in the scorebook, and that's one of them.
Brini digs in, batting 9th tonight in his second game of the summer. In his Mariner debut last night, Nico was 1 for 5 with an infield hit. Right on left matchup. First pitch. Brini swings and misses at a fastball belt high. It's 0-1. Top of the order, and Colin Larson looming on deck. We look back to Coates' single to kick off this inning. After that long at-bat from O'Leary, the M's could be in business. Should be first and second, nobody out after the walk. Right now, it's just O'Leary off of first. Brini stares at the 0-1. It's a heater away. Ball and a strike.
On deck, we're right behind the on-deck hitter. I saw Brini really timing up every pitch and asking Larson, who was right behind him, what pitches he was throwing, because Larson had already seen him in the first inning.
All the Mariners like to give each other the mid-game scouting reports. 1-1 to Brini. Swing and a foul off the catcher Strickland. Nico down a ball and 2 strikes. Brini's a guy that was with Harwich last season for the entirety of the summer, but coming off a monster year at Wofford, a .350 hitter, 56 runs batted in. He entered the transfer portal. He has since committed to Vanderbilt in the SEC, but he had to get that figured out before he could play again. He said he was waiting for the call from Steve Englert and the Mariners, and he got it. And he's back in action. 2-strike pitch, swing, and a miss, strike 3. The high fastball got Brini to chase. He has a few words with Larson as he heads back to the dugout. O'Leary still at first, now 2 outs, and the lineup turns over for Colin Larson.
He's given the entire scouting report now to Nate Castellon, who's on deck as well. Fooled on that pitch. Brini doesn't strike out too often, so it was well placed.
See how calm he was? He didn't throw a fit. He's a good sport, really good teammate. Right on left with Larson. Toro, first pitch. Larson shows bunt, pulls it away. Fastball was up and outside. 1-0. Larson was hit by a pitch. It was just the second pitch of the game. Came around to score on that Smolinski shot back in the opening frame. Top of the second now. Harwich already the second time through the lineup, up by 3 on the road against Orleans. 1-0. Breaking ball stays up high. Now 2-0. Larson is so creative in the box of the little mind games he plays with the pitcher. I mean, this is a guy who has 3 homers, hitting .300, and he's showing bunt, and then he pulls it away. Maybe just trying to draw a couple pitches outside from the righty Toro. Here's the 2-0. Larson takes again. That's a strike on the outside corner. And Braden Toro on the board. It's 2-1.
He's going to that changeup in the outside corner right now to lefty hitters. He did it to Brini last time up, now to Larson.
2-1 on Larson. O'Leary, a big lead off of first now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a high drive down the left field line. Chasing after it is Magpok up against the netting. And that hit the net. It's a foul ball. We don't have a great view. Anything to left field, trust me, take it with a grain of salt on this microphone. We're down here next to the Mariner dugout, which, credit to Eldredge Park, they have fancy dugouts, but they're pretty big. So we can't see maybe the last 10 feet down the left field line, but that one was foul.
It might be a stand on the chair situation. I remember doing that last time we were here. But it's kind of windy. It might fall over.
So it's now 2-2 on Larson. Toro comes home. Swing and a foul. This one I can see. It's on the Harwich dugout, off the netting. And Larson battling again. You just look down this lineup, and it truly is a privilege to go to these Mariner games every night. 5 games over 500, third place in the East Division. But at the same time, there are some studs on this team that aren't just good for the sake of Harwich. They're atop the league in almost every category. Larson, one of the best players on Cape Cod. O'Leary runs 2-2, bouncing ball to second. Gomez fields and fires in time. That retires the side. Harwich is single and a walk, but Coates gets picked off, and the Mariners have nothing to show for it in the second. Harwich still leads 3-0. Orleans coming back up in the bottom half when we come back on the Mariners Radio Network. Harwich has an early 3-0 lead. Start of the bottom of the second here in Orleans. 5, 6, and 7 coming up for the Firebirds. That's Myatt, Comiskey, and Beltray Jr. Riley Goodman back out there for the second. Had a scoreless first, gave up a one-out walk to Dom Cadiz, but all 3 outs that Goodman recorded in the first inning were punch-outs. He's up to 3 of them so far. He's only seen 4 batters in this one.
Yeah, really the only blemish in that first was that walk. Other than that, looked really smooth. Now deals to Tyler Myatt, who can put the ball over the fence. High batting average.
Myatt digs in, a right-on-left matchup. Goodman, a big, deep breath on the hill. You can almost hear it from here. Comes home. First pitch to Myatt, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Myatt, a .280 hitter, has 4 home runs, 9 runs batted in. That Ty Smolinski homer Milo mentioned in the first inning puts him up to 5 on the summer. That's tied with Jacob Lee of Brewster for number 1 in Cape Cod. 0-1 to Myatt. That's up high, about helmet high, ball and a strike.
Fortunately, we don't get to see Ty Smolinski in the home run derby.
I'm going to have to ask him if he declined that. Because some guys don't want to do it.
Right.
I'm kind of 50-50 on it. 1-1. Myatt takes another heater. That one's away, and he's ahead 2-1 because it definitely changes your, not permanently, but that's what guys are worried about. Why would I ever try a swing that is not my own swing?
It's also a lot of strain. You're taking nonstop swings.
2-1, breaking ball that also missed outside, and after a first pitch strike to Myatt, Goodman has now fallen behind 3-1.
With the numbers, though, you have to ask the question, right? I mean, he's tied for the most in the league.
He's been right there all summer, too. It's not like a late charge. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Goodman was able to navigate that one back to the outside edge. Myatt bit but couldn't connect. And the count goes full to the leadoff man for Orleans here in the second inning.
It's also the second home run Smolinski's hit at this park. Last time we played here, Smolinski hit one to right.
Payoff pitch. Ball high. Fastball from Goodman. Myatt stepped into it but did not pull the trigger with his hands. That's the second walk tonight from Goodman. And Orleans has the leadoff man on in the second.
That one hurts just a little bit. So far it's been the walks that has gotten to Riley Goodman. 35 strikeouts on the season for Tyler Myatt. Just 7 walks coming in to the day. Make that 17 walks. I misread that. So he does take his base on balls this summer.
Comiskey, right-on-right matchup. Comiskey, a 184 hitter. First pitch fastball, cold to strike. At the knees. Yeah, Myatt's a stud out of Tennessee. He's DHing tonight off of first base. Has only stolen 1 bag in his lone attempt this summer. Comiskey as a homer. That came against Harwich the last time we were here. 0-1. Swing and a foul, right field side. A screamer into the netting. Thank God that net's there, because really it should go all the way down the right field line. The netting stops maybe 50 to 60 feet before the foul pole, so there is a part of that hill we've talked about a few times already tonight that is exposed with no nettings to line drives like that one. 0-2. Up high with the heat. Ball and 2 strikes on Comiskey. Myatt had a big secondary jump there on that fastball. He did not go. Comiskey, shortstop out of Seton Hall. Goodman transferring to Georgia on the hill. Stares down the runner at first. Takes the nod and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul over the press box. Comiskey battling here with Riley Goodman. Count stays at 1-2. Orleans has struggled quite a bit offensively this summer. Just 89 runs. That's second to last in the Cape League. For reference, Harwich is third in runs with 130 scored. So that's 41 more runs that Harwich has scored than the Firebirds. 1-2 again. Swing and a ground ball, third base side. Scooped up at third. Smolinski to second for 1. The throw to first not in time. It's a 5-4 fielder's choice, and Comiskey aboard. Myatt back to the bench on the force at second. A big first out of the second inning for Goodman.
That would have been a true around-the-diamond double play right there. And credit to Ty Smolinski, not an everyday third baseman, more of a middle infield player, but he got the job done there. All good on his part. All good on everyone's part. Just fast runner down the line in Comiskey.
Here's Adrian Beltre, son of Major League Hall of Famer. This is Adrian Beltre Jr. 1 on with 1 out. Harwich up 3-0, bottom 2. First pitch, Goodman paints the outer edge. Called strike 1. So if you dive into what Goodman throws, out of his 5-pitch mix, the sinker and slider combined for 60% of the time. Then the 4-seam fastball and the cut fastball are 30% of the time. You add all that up, you only got 7% left. That's when he uses his changeup. Dive back to first from Comiskey. Goodman threw over there. Comiskey back in time. Wind's starting to die down just a little bit here. Right as I say that, a big gust comes right at us. Check on the Comiskey. Again, this one's closer, also not in time. That's Mike O'Leary over there at first base as the umpire. Goodman taking his time here. 0-1 on Beltre. The pause and the pitch. 0-1, hardly hit. Ground ball. Smolinski, it ate him up at third, and everybody's safe. It hit off of Smolinski's glove, then off of his shoulder, and then he barehanded it about head high. But when he went to throw it out of his bare hand, there was nowhere to throw it. Everyone was safe. So the error on the Harwich third baseman has runners on first and second for Orleans with 1 out and Cal Strickland coming up.
Yeah, Ty just couldn't gobble that one up. All natural grass and dirt here, like every ballpark on the Cape. So sometimes you get an awkward bounce.
Here's McDougal, the catcher. First and second, 1 out. First pitch, McDougal takes a fastball, 1-0. Ryan McDougal is out of Dayton in the Atlantic 10 Conference. This is a rising senior in college. Goodman, see if he can pick up Smolinski after the air. The 1-0 popped up behind home plate. That goes foul, 1-1. Something that Goodman has been really good at has been working out of traffic. Now, there's a theme with in these 19 innings that he's pitched in 4 starts where he's given up hits and base runners, but that ERA is still below 3. He's been excellent with guys on. Goodman, 1-1 pitch, fouled straight back again, 1-2.
Yeah, nice hack right there from McDougal, just underneath that one. He's been struggling so far this summer, but did really well this past season at Dayton. 12 homers, 34 RBIs, OPS at 972.
He's down 1-2 here. Goodman, the two-strike pitch. He struck him out. A fastball letter high said hit this, and McDougal could not catch up to the Goodman gas. His fourth punch out, and 2 down now in the second inning for the 9-hole hitter at a San Diego State University at a Magpie.
Yeah, back to the strikeout stuff for Goodman.
Yeah, right back to it. Goes 4 innings of 1 strikeout. We thought he lost his sauce. He's got 4. We haven't played 2 innings yet. First pitch to Magpie. Taken, strike 1. Goodman has thrown a ton of fastballs, and when you're a starter that has a 5-pitch mix and 3 of them are a fastball, that adds up. His favorite is the sinker and the 4-seam. Then he also has the cutter that he might use on a lefty here. That was the cut fastball. The 0-1 missed inside on Magpie. 1-1. Beltre off of first, Comiskey off of second. Lead runner Comiskey has speed over there. Magpie hitting 156 this summer, has knocked in 3. 1-1. Swing and a foul into the leg of Magpie. Looks to be okay, but he's down 1-2.
First time we're seeing Magpie this summer. Started with Brewster, played with the Whitecaps last year as well. And now over with Orleans the second part of this season, but he didn't play last time Harwich was in town.
He was 1 for his first 19 with Brewster. They let him go. Orleans scooped him up. Goodman, 2 on with 2 out. 1-2 pitch, he got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts, leaves 2 on base for Goodman, and the Mariners protect a 3-0 lead through 2 innings. That's 5 punch-outs in the first 2 of the Goodman start. Harwich is rolling on the road early on. We'll be back for the third on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here in Orleans, the Mariners with a 3-0 lead. We've played just 2 innings on the road, and Harwich has 2, 3, and 4 coming up to kick off the third. Braden Toro, the starter, who gave up the 3-run Ty Smolinski homer in the opening inning of this one, still on the hill, pitched a scoreless second inning, but now he's got to go the second time through. Castellón leads things off, Smolinski on deck, and Jaxa after him. Castellón digs in for a right-on-right matchup. Castellón had a single the other way to right field his first time up. Toro climbs the hill, kicks and fires. First pitch, swing. Castellón tried to hold it up as a check swing, but he did go around. Pitch was outside. Castellón pulled the trigger, 0-1 the count. Castellón got here, and he was hitting .500 for his first week on Cape Cod. Now down to .360. The 0-1, a ground ball towards short. Comiskey lets it come to him. Going to be a close play at first, but Casey Comiskey fired a laser in there to beat Nate Castellón.
Yeah, had a weird hop off the dirt over there, but the shortstop handled it well. It did seem like a little slow on fielding that ball, and Castellon's fast, but nice on-target throw.
So it's round 2 between Smolinski and Toro. Ty took him deep to left field. Ty, a left-handed hitter, had some help from the wind that continues to shove baseballs down the left field line. 314-foot home run. That was just a wall scraper. First pitch to Ty, ball inside, 1-0. We're seeing that strategy.
Yeah.
They're showing bunt on the first pitch.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're getting to the head of Toro is the mindset there on that one.
Ty ahead, 1-0. Bunts it towards the pitcher. Toro can't field it. Now he has it, fires to first, not in time. A bunt hit for Smolinski. He's 2 for 2 tonight. And if it's not a home run, then how about the cheekiest way to get on base? A bunt hit. I mean, how diverse and versatile of a player is Ty Smolinski? 2 for 2, a home run that came before a bunt hit.
I think if you were listening to the broadcast, you would know how versatile he was. Last time he was up, we were talking about him in the home run derby. And next time he comes up, he's bunting for a hit with nobody on.
Jaxa up, right on right. Toro from the stretch. First pitch, Jaxa, broken bat ground ball up the middle. Shifted that way, and the throw to first after the touch on second from Gomez. That's a 4-3 unassisted double play from Jonathan Gomez. Orleans had shifted Jaxa to the pole side, and the righty hit it right onto the second base bag. Gomez was touching it, and that was the easiest double play we're going to see tonight. Harwich leaves Smolinski after a one-out hit. One hit, nobody left on base. It's 3-0 Harwich through 2.5 at Eldredge Park. The top of the order is up for the Firebirds, kicking off the home half of the third inning, and Orleans has work to do against Harwich. The Mariners off to a 3-0 lead through the first 2.5 innings here at Eldredge Park. With Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenneman. There'll be Rowan Kelly, Dom Cadiz, and Bub Terrell. That's a lethal first 3 for the Firebirds in their lineup. 2 All-Stars. And here we go. Goodman climbs the hill for the third time tonight. He's gone back-to-back scoreless innings in his start. Has 5 strikeouts as well. He's been mowing them down early on the road. Goodman, first pitch to Kelly. A fastball outside, 1-0. Kelly is one of 5 Firebirds that has struck out the first time around to the righty Riley Goodman. Goodman licks his fingers a few times. Now he dries them off on the baby blue Harwich pants and comes home with the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a fly ball deep into left field. The wind's pushing it out that way. Peltier to the wall. He leapt up, and JP brought it back. A home run robbery. Peltier just stole a solo shot from Kelly and Orleans. That's the first out of the bottom of the third.
Bring it back. Riley Goodman, the pitcher right now, is smiling on the hill, thanking Peltier over there in left field. By the way, Peltier's not an everyday left fielder at all. This is just his second start out in left all summer long. Oh, my.
Some of those you see, and it's quote-unquote a robbery, but he was just touching the fence. He reached his entire arm over the wall to steal that one. First pitch to Dom Cadiz, swing and a miss, strike one. You said it best. This is a guy who has been maybe the best defensive infielder for Harwich this summer, playing third base. He's the third baseman in the All-Star game for the East. And now he's playing left field, robbing home runs. 0-1. Cadiz takes another strike. This one's at the knees. It's now 0-2. Kelly has not hit a home run this summer, and I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that one quite a bit in the coming at-bats.
The ball is traveling out to left tonight, though.
Yeah, the wind is just really trying to get it out. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on 3 pitches. Goodman's 6th strikeout of the night. And just like that, a home run robbery and a punch-out. 2 outs and nobody on for the big Bub Terrell.
How fast things can change in a baseball game. You're a foot away from there just being 1 out in a 3-1 ball game. Now you've got 2 outs, and Riley Goodman is the happiest man on the diamond right now.
Terrell hits from the left side. Here's the first pitch. Bub takes a breaking ball down the middle. That's a called strike one. Goodman's really had everything working tonight. We've seen the fastball, and the off-speed pitches have followed suit nicely. Last punch out to Cadiz, his 6th strikeout. Bottom of the third, 2 outs, nobody on. 0-1 to Bub. In the dirt, 1-1. Go back to that catch just one more time. Ball that was hanging up there because I would argue the wind is what allowed that to have a chance to leave. It would have been a home run. And Peltier was just waiting for it at the wall, and then he had to go get it himself. The 1-1, Bub turns on one but hits it foul. And Terrell walks around home plate. He seems to be frustrated. Late again on a fastball. And Goodman's just firing strikes about knee-high in on Terrell, and it seems like that's where he might want it. But he's not catching up to Riley's gas.
Last time he was up, we talked about the foul balls behind us. That was one of those ones again where just you lose sight of it. If he squares it up, even with the wind going out to left field, you feel like he could hit 450 to right.
2-strike pitch. Outside with the off-speed. That hardly missed. Terrell, like many others, struck out his first time up. Goodman looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of this one if he can get Bub Terrell. He's ahead. 2-2. Up high, the count goes full. Terrell laughing with the catcher for Harwich, Jaxa, about something. Now he has more of a serious look on his face, undoes his batting gloves. Riley Goodman has shuck off 2 pitches, and now he likes the third. Pitches are coming from the dugout. Goodman kicks and fires. The payoff. Ground ball left side. Smolinski gobbles at third, fires a one-hopper to Coates, who picked it out of the dirt. A 1-2-3 third for Goodman and the Mariners, and everything is cooking defensively. A home run robbery, and Coates steals an out on a pick at first base. It's 3-0 Harwich. We've played 3 at Eldredge Park. Don't go anywhere on the Mariners Radio Network.
Welcome back to Eldredge Park. We are headed into the top of the 4th inning. The Mariners have 5 All-Stars headed to the game. Ty Smolinski, J.P. Peltier, Colin Larson, Quentin Coates, and Nate Castillon. They are all in the lineup today, but I had the opportunity to talk to Nate Castillon before the game, and he said that when Steve Engler called him, he was wondering what it could have been because he actually didn't think he had enough games to even be considered. But he said getting to play against some of the best competition in front of a home crowd is going to be so cool.
Thanks so much, Lily. Nate Castillon has played just 12 games so far this summer, but he is an all-star indeed. Back here at Eldredge Park for the start of the 4th, and a reminder that Eastern Propane and Oil is proud to recognize our hometown heroes throughout the Cape. If you are active duty military, a veteran, police, fire, or EMT personnel, you are eligible for a discount. It's Cade Curlin to start off the inning for the Mariners. 5, 6, and 7 in the Harwich lineup. Curlin, the righty, and still Toro, the righty, on the hill for the Firebirds. He wobbles, comes set at the belt, peers in for the sign, kicks back, and he fires home. Fouled right back on a fastball, and it's 0-1 on Curlin. Kate grounded out to shortstop back in the 1st. Comes in a 246 hitter, a homer, and 6 RBIs on the summer. 3-0 Mariners over the Firebirds. Here's the 0-1. Hard hit deep to left field. Oh, there's no doubt about that one. Cade Curlin with a moonshot. His second bomb of the season, and it's 4-0 Mariners here in the top of the 4th. Yeah, I think it's safe to say the ball is carrying out to left tonight, but that one was getting out in any park.
Any and every park. Curlin is so violent when he goes to attack the ball, and he has such a strong and lower half and base to his build. 350-footer right down the left field line, 96 off the bat.
Here's the pitch to the righty, Peltier, a strike on the outside corner. You hear the wind, it's going out to left field, but Curlin hit that ball off the barrel, and it sliced through all and everything, getting in its way. Pitch to Peltier is down and away. The count is 1-1.
What an exciting start tonight for Harwich. On the road, you get the 3-run homer in the 1st. Curlin goes deep. The guy at bat right now robbed a home run in the last inning.
The highlights are out. 1-1. Nubbed foul down the first base line. And the count is 1-2 on Peltier. 4-0 M's. They just put up 2 runs last night against Brewster. Offense seems to be firing on all cylinders. Put up 8 runs against Orleans the last time they played them here on July 1st. An 8-4 Harwich win. 1-2. Down and away. Another fastball that missed, and it's 2-2.
That was a no-doubter. I mean, he knew it the second he hit it, and I think everybody did too.
Second homer of the season, second one to left as well. Pitch is a chopper to third base. Beltre's there, gloves, and fires to first in time. So there's the first out here in the top of the 4th. You could feel kind of a stunned energy here at Eldredge Park. It's packed down the right field line. All the fans sit on the hill. But now their team is down 4-0. They've had a homer taken off the board. It's been robbed. Mariners have hit 2 bombs tonight.
Good to see Riley Goodman getting some run support early in this one as well. He's been unlucky in that department this summer.
Here's the pitch to the righty, Coates. Fastball right down Broadway, and it's 0-1.
Goodman's 1-1 for record, has a 2.86 ERA this summer.
And that doesn't necessarily scream 1-1 record. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul tip into McDougal's glove. And it's 0-2.
Here's the guy that's searching to find that pull side pop that we just saw from Curlin. Because if he runs into one, trust me, everybody will know it's out of here.
0-2. Upstairs. Another fastball there from Turo. Before the game, our producer Sawyer called tonight would be Quentin Coates' first bomb. Ball's traveling. Maybe picked a good night for that prediction. 1-2. Curveball left downstairs, and it's 2-2.
Something that has been impressive, though, and we were talking about Coates pregame, just when you saw the 28 home runs at college, you thought that it was just a masher coming to Harwich where he's probably going to strike out a lot like home run hitters do, and he's going to put a few over the fence. He's shown that he's versatile.
2-2. Chopper to short. Comiskey's there. Gloves, throws off balance to first in time. And he gets Coates, who is running hard down the line. And there's 2 gone. But to your point, yeah, Coates had a single.
Goes the other way a lot.
Yeah, back in the second. Yeah, it goes the other way. An all-around hitter that has the power. Just haven't seen it yet here on the Cape. Here's Sean O'Leary, the DH tonight for the Mariners. He walked back in the second. A 9-pitch walk. Another lefty for the M's. Toro stands tall on the hill. There's the pitch. Curveball hard to first base. Cadiz is there. Gloves and tosses to Toro, who covers. And that does it here in the top of the 4th. But the Mariners tack on another after a mammoth solo shot off Cade Curlin's bat. It's 4-0 M's as we head to the bottom of the 4th on the Mariners Radio Network. Welcome back to Eldredge Park as we head to the bottom of the 4th, and the Mariners hold a 4-0 lead over Orleans. So glad you're with us. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Milo Hoffman. It's still the righty starter for the M's, Riley Goodman on the hill, and he deals to 4, 5, and 6 in the Orleans lineup, starting with the righty second baseman Jonathan Gomez. 2 home runs tonight for the Mariners, a 3-run shot off of Ty Smolinski's bat, and a solo shot from Cade Curlin. Pitch home. A slider that had little break inside, and it's 1-0. Gomez struck out back in the first, one of 6 strikeouts for Riley Goodman tonight. Just through 3 innings. 1-0. High drive, deep to left field. You can take a look. That ball's out of here. A mammoth shot deep to left field. First homer of the season for Jonathan Gomez. And Orleans cuts into the Mariner lead. It's now 4-1.
Both of the leadoff guys in the 4th inning turn on one. What's funny is we've talked a lot about the wind, but not many times all summer have we seen 2 homers out of any team, or the same team even, in the same inning. Those balls are gone if the wind is blowing in. They're hit so hard.
I mean, these are just no doubt bombs. I feel like the home run derby should be played here right now.
That ball was way gone.
There's the pitch to Myatt. The lefty takes down low, and it's 1-0 now. The Mariners have their funk bus out there in left field that they use to travel to the away games. I think that's in the danger zone right now.
I think it went over it is where I had it land.
1-0. Fastball at the knees called the strike. It's now 1-1 on Myatt.
Curlin's went over the scoreboard, which is right next to the foul pole.
Here's the pitch. Down and in. Myatt has to get out of the way. The wind is just, it is blowing out to left as the American flag in right center field is telling us. All 3 home runs tonight have been to left. Pitch home. There's a swing and a miss. 2-2. Nice fastball there from Goodman. Last time we were here, we saw Ty Smolinski hit a homer to deep right field. But today's the day to go opposite if you're a lefty and pull if you're a righty. 2-2. Swinging a foul tip into Jax's glove, strike 3. That's 7 strikeouts tonight for Riley Goodman. And there's 1 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. 4-1 Harwich lead.
Yeah, that home run to lead off the inning was actually the first hit that Goodman has given up so far tonight. And that's what happens when you pound the zone the way Goodman does. There's so much talent out here, and it's like the big leagues. Even the best pitchers are going to give up home runs. It's part of the game, and it's a good way to bounce back and get the strikeout.
Pitch to Comiskey, swing and a miss. A vicious hack from the righty, and it's 0-1. Last time the Mariners played here at Eldredge Park on July 1st, Comiskey took Goodman deep for their lone run against the starter. That's his only home run of the season to this point. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a foul down the right field line. And it's 0-2.
Some guys just see certain guys well, even if they're top of the table talent like Goodman is. And I'm not saying Comiskey sees him very well. It sounds like he just ran into one against him the last time they met.
Comiskey hitting just 184 so far this summer. 3 RBIs. Pitch home. Just missed upstairs with a fastball. Big pop of the glove from Jax to the catcher, and it's 1-2.
Curlin's a guy who is starting to feel like he sees Toro well, because he was one of 2 Mariners who had a hit against him the first time around in his only plate appearance against the starter.
1-2. Down in the dirt. Nice block by Jax, despite there being nobody on. And we're at that point in the summer. You see some guys multiple times. You start to learn stuff. I remember talking to Nate Castellone, the Mariners infielder, after his first game played here. He actually faced the pitcher, the starting pitcher for the opponent, was someone he saw during the collegiate season. And he said it helped a lot. 2-2. Slider outside. It's now 3-2.
That's funny because that's just a different type of guy where Castellone is so dialed in. I asked Jackson Hotchkiss the same question when an Ohio State starter had played Hotchkiss when he was at Washington this year, and Hotchkiss said, I couldn't tell you one thing about that guy.
Well, baseball players different in the things they like and the success that they have. Payoff pitch. Foul back, and they'll do it again. Comiskey takes an awkward run after fouling that one right back, almost like he was off balance. Has that half red, half black bat in the righty box with his red batting gloves. Goodman ready for the payoff pitch. Glove at his eyes, kicks back, and fires home. Swinging a line drive to center field, looping. Brini charges, but he plays it on a hop. It's a single here with 1 gone for Casey Comiskey. Orleans Firebirds starting to get the bats going here in the bottom of the 4th.
In towards the bottom of the order here. Beltre coming up, hits 7th for Orleans. I think it's a good time for Goodman. Looks at the dugout exactly, right on cue with what he just did. Couple head nods, looks at his defense, readjusts his fingers and the ball grip, settle back in. Got a 4-run lead. Had some great defensive help behind you tonight. There's a lot to be confident about right now and on the downhill.
There's the righty Adrian Beltre. Pitch home. Fastball called to strike on the inside corner. And it's 0-1. Beltre reached on an error from the third baseman Ty Smolinski back in the 2nd. Hitting .214 this season. No homers and a single RBI. Comiskey off of first. Here's the Goodman pitch. Line drive up the middle, base hit. Comiskey up to second. Adrian Beltre with a single. And now it's first and second for Orleans with 1 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Harwich leads 4-1, but the Firebird bats are coming alive.
That ball was punished up the middle. Harwich had Beltray shifted where the Mariners had 3 defenders on the left side of the second base bag. And he hit it to the left side of the bag, but not one of them could even move before that ball was already in the outfield on a line drive. He has some serious thunder in that barrel.
There's the lefty hitting catcher, Ryan McDougall. Goodman checks on second and pitches home. Fastball inside. McDougall gets out of the way, ducks back. It's 1-0 on the catcher for Orleans, who's hitting 167 this summer. No homers and 5 RBIs. There's his college ball at Dayton. 1-0. Inside just barely. Goodman went back to the heat, and it's 2-0. Mariner starter has walked 2 hitters tonight for Orleans, and right on cue, Hunter Dilworth, the Mariners pitching coach, takes a slow trot out to the mound with his red Mariners hoodie on.
Must be a new one.
Yeah, I was going to say. Looks pretty fresh. Whole infield is out there accompanying Riley Goodman. Orleans has first and second after singles from Casey Comiskey and Adrian Beltray. Harwich with a 4-1 lead off of 2 home runs, a 3-run shot from Ty Smolinski, and a solo shot, a mammoth solo shot from Cade Curlin. Both of those home runs deep to left field. And the wind has been blown out that way all evening long. Lights are on here at Eldredge Park. Cloudy day. Kind of a yellowish vibe. Wildfire smoke is coming over from Canada. It's been here the last 2 games. Meeting is interrupted by Alan Liberponi, the home plate umpire. And we're ready to go here. Counts 2-0. Goodman stands tall on the hill. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul tip into Jax's glove. It's 2-1.
So in the first 3 innings, Riley did not give up a hit, but he walked 2 hitters. Now, in this frame, you're up to 3 hits, including the home run and Gomez, who's already in. Hopefully, Goodman continues to still throw strikes and challenge.
Pitch. Just missed downstairs. Jackson tried to frame it back into the zone. 3-1 now on McDougall. 7 strikeouts tonight for Goodman, but back-to-back hitters have reached. A homer already in the inning from Jonathan Gomez. 3-1. This is outside ball 4, and the bases are full of Firebirds here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 singles and now a walk. It's the 3rd walk of the evening for Riley Goodman, and now it's the lefty Adam Magba.
Yeah, it's human. It's just not what you want to see. And the home run, the really hard hit, Beltray single. That's the human part about it, where if your stuff's getting rocked pretty good, you're probably going to start nibbling, but you don't want to walk guys at the bottom of the order.
Middle of the infield is at double play depth. Corners in. Pitch home. A strike on the outside corner with the heat. 0-1 on Magbach, who struck out in the second. The only backwards K tonight for Riley Goodman. Magbach wobbles in the lefty box with his yellow bat. Here's the 0-1 from Goodman. Swing and a miss. A vicious hack from Magbach, and it's 0-2.
Riley can go a lot of different ways with this pitch. Got him looking for strike 1, blew the fastball right by him, about knee high for strike 2. We see the breaking ball here.
Goodman takes a deep breath, and he fires. Nubber down the third baseline foul. In on the hands of Magbach. Somehow got to that pitch and spoiled it. Still 0-2 on the left fielder and number 9 hitter for Orleans. Bases loaded here with 1 gone in the bottom of the 4th, 4-1 Harwich. There's the 0-2. Upstairs.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the 156 Magpach batting average this summer. He was an all-star last year for Brewster on Cape Cod. He was the MVP at the end of the summer of the Brewster Whitecaps. This guy's a ball player.
1-2. Fly down the left field line, foul into the trees behind us. And it's still 1-2. Magbach battling up there.
Yeah, he's fighting right now. That's what he does. Goodman in this 2-strike count has thrown 3 consecutive fastballs, all up and in on Magbach.
Pitcher comes set. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 called. A backdoor breaking ball, and there's 2 gone. 8th strikeout of the evening for Riley Goodman, and the second time he's gotten Magbach on a backwards K.
That is disgusting. Goodman's throwing nothing but heat, knowing Magbach can't do anything with it. Adams able to fight a couple off, and then Goodman says, all right, I've had enough wasting my time with you. I'm throwing the breaking ball, and Magbach was sitting fastball, and it just shocked him. It froze him.
Here's the lefty leadoff man, Rowan Kelly. Pitch home. Breaking ball, backdoor called to strike. It's now 0-1 on Kelly, who is 0 for 2 so far tonight. He struck out in the first, and then J.P. Peltier took a home run away from him back in the third. That was to left field as well. 0-1. This is outside with an off speed, and it's 1-1. Bases loaded, full of Orleans Firebirds. 4-1 Harwich. 2 gone here, bottom of the 4th. There's the pitch. Line drive to left field, caught on the fly by Smolinski at third. So a line out into Ty's glove, and that does it as the Firebirds strand the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th, but they do bring back one after a solo shot from Jonathan Gomez. It's 4-1 M's. We're headed to the 5th on the Mariners Radio Network. It's the 5th inning here at Eldredge Park, and it's Harwich Mariner trivia time on this Wednesday night in Orleans. Question of the night is, when was Eldredge Park, where we're at right now, opened? It's the oldest park in the Cape Cod Baseball League, so the question is, when was it opened? We'll get back to you in the 7th with that answer. Start of the 5th here at Eldredge Park. 4-1 Mariners over the Firebirds. And it's 9-1-2 in the Harwich lineup. Starting off with the lefty hitting Nico Brini. It's still Braden Toro toeing the slab for Orleans, the starter. Giving up 2 home runs. That's been the damage so far tonight. 3-run shot from Ty Smolinski back in the 1st, and a solo shot from Kate Kurland in the 4th. There's the first pitch home. Bunted down the third baseline. Turo's there. Fields fires to first. In time. Oh, no, it bounced out of the glove of Cadiz. The first baseman had to stretch with all the effort he had, but could not bring it in. So it's a bunt reach for Nico Brini. We'll see how they scored that one here at Eldredge Park. And the leadoff man is aboard here for the Mariners.
Another bunt works for the M's. Whether the scouting report is that Toro might not be able to handle one defensively, or Harwich just has speed and they've used it, it's a hit.
So here's Larson, the leadoff man. Long pause, and the pitch home. Brini runs, pitches inside, throw to second, not in time. It bowled Comiskey off the bag a little bit. He had to reach back and field that one. So now a runner in scoring position for the Mariners. It's Nico Brini. And the top of the Mariner lineup trying to do some more damage.
Yeah, Brini, you talk about an upgrade at the bottom of this lineup. You just bring him in casually at the midway point. Whoa.
1-0. Larson takes outside.
And it hurts that Harwich has to say goodbye to Ryan Garrity, who's with the Padres, signed as an undrafted free agent. But you pick up a guy from last year, Brini, and he's a stud, man.
Duo. In on the hands, fouled back. It's 2-1. We've already seen Brini make defensive impacts. Yesterday had 2 web gems. Almost a home run robbery in left. It didn't seem like that ball was getting out, but he still made an impressive catch and then dove on a shallow fly ball to left field. Today he's playing center here at Eldredge Park. 434 to dead center. Quite the outfield to man. Check back to Brini at second. Not in time.
Nico is just such a cerebral baseball player. We mentioned when he struck out his first time up, he was given the scouting report to all the guys who were coming up next. He's a really good teammate. Soft-spoken, but a little goes a long way with a guy like him.
He takes his lead. Here's the 2-1. Larson swings and misses. 2-2. Fastball there that crackled the glove of Ryan McDougall. Last year with the Mariners, Brini had 12 stolen bases in over 30 games played for Harwich. He takes his lead off of second. Toro comes set and fires. Larson pokes it on the ground to second. Gomez is there, fields and flings the first in time, but job well done from Colin Larson because Brini moves up to third here with just 1 gone in the top of the 5th.
Job well done is right. You have the night that the Mariners had last night, a nightmare hitting with runners in scoring position, not being able to get guys over, and when you have men in scoring position with nobody out, and Larson just makes it look easy. I mean, it's just a little flip of the wrist, I'll do my job, and set up Castellon for the RBI opportunity with just 1 out.
Just a complete ball player is Colin Larson. He hasn't recorded a hit tonight, but he scored. He was hit by a pitch. That productive out just then. Even if the hit column isn't being filled up, he's still making an impact. And now Kelly Nicholson, the Orleans manager, trots out to the mound, and he points to right field, and that's where the Firebird bullpen is. We'll take a step aside and tell you who the new pitcher is for Orleans. It's 4-1 Harwich here in the top of the 5th at Eldredge Park. Stay right with us on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here at Eldredge Park, still in the top of the 5th inning, and the Mariners hold a 4-1 lead over the Firebirds. And the new pitcher on the hill for Orleans is Joe Nottingham. Just finished his freshman season at Georgia. This summer in the KP pitches to a 6-flat ERA, just 3 innings of work. 2 strikeouts to 5 walks for the righty, who stands at 6'5", 205 pounds. It'll be Nate Castellone who he faces off against first here, with a runner on third in Nico Brini. Brini singled after he bunted successfully down the third baseline. And he stole second, and then Colin Larson with the ground out to second base moved him over. And now another scoring chance here for the M's. Already on top 4-1.
Yeah, Harwich at least a hit in every inning tonight. That's a really good recipe to run a starter out of the game early.
Infield comes in for the Firebirds, and the righty Castellone is up. Nottingham set at the belt. There's the pitch. Fastball at the knees called to strike. Castellone not the biggest fan of the call. And it's 0-1.
I'm looking over at Castellone's dad down the first base line, and when he saw the call, he's shaking his head. That's not a strike. It's really cool to have your dad in your corner. California kid out in Cape Cod with his family here. Special moment.
Made the trip. 0-1. Single. Oh, hard hit deep to left field. Back goes Magbach, leaps, and that ball's off the fence. Brini comes in to score. Castellone to second base. It's a ribby double for Nate, and it's 5-1 Harwich.
Oh, that was
the 5th.
Inches away from leaving the yard. That hit the very top of the wall. Another ball that's just belted to the pole side for a Harwich right-handed hitter.
Castellone turned on that one, still looking for his first homer of the summer. And now it's Ty Smolinski up.
Sure Dad can relax after that one.
Belted. Dad a fan down the first baseline. Second knock of the night for Castellone. Here's Smolinski. Pitch home. Fastball on the outside corner called to strike, and it's 0-1.
So this is when Harwich can really break this thing open. You get the 1-run response, but Goodman's able to leave the bases loaded in the bottom of the 4th. Now here you're up 5-1, heart of the order, runner in scoring position.
Castellone leads. Here's the Nottingham pitch. Down low in the dirt, gets through the legs of McDougal, and Castellone up to third.
Changes a lot in this at-bat.
Now Smolinski just trying to bring home another run for Harwich. They're up to 7 hits on the night. Orleans has just 3. But it doesn't take a hit here to bring home a run. Infield comes in once again for the Firebirds. Nottingham comes set. Castellone on third. There's the offering. Hit hard but foul down the left field line. And it's 1-2.
Love this communication coming from the Harwich dugout. Everybody's involved. Come on, Ty, do your job, kid, was the last one I heard. That just shows you how together this team is. It feels like the Cape League with all the talent. It can feel like a showcase out here sometimes. The Mariners are coming out every night trying to win baseball games.
There's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Off speed fooled Smolinski. And there's 2 gone, and Castellone stays put at third.
The catcher from Oregon, number 6, Brady Jackson.
That one hurts. Jackson has the chance to pick him up.
Big opportunity for Jackson, who already has 2 broken bats tonight. Fly out to left, and a 4-3 unassisted double play in the third. Nottingham set. He looks home and throws. Downstairs. 1-0 on Jaxa, the tall 6'6" Oregon product who's catching today for the Mariners for the 2nd time this summer. Taps his bat on home plate a number of times. In the righty box, he wobbles, and Nottingham set on the mound. Here's the 1-0. Down and away. It's 2-0.
Jaxa swung early in his first 2 at-bats as he's 0 for 2 right now. Now we've seen a couple pitches against the reliever Joe Nottingham.
Duo. Flied foul right behind home plate. And it's 2-1 on Jaxa. Takes a couple steps outside the righty box. Another run here for the Mariners would really blow this open a little bit. 5-1 Harwich, top of the 5th. There's the offering. This is outside, and it's 3-1.
Jaxa's a hitter. Has not walked this summer in now 25 at-bats. If anything is close, Jaxa is going to take it upon himself to drive in Castellon from third.
Good bat-on-ball player, despite being his big frame in the box. 3-1. Blooper, shallow left field. Magbach charges, and he slides to make the grab to retire the side. But the Mariners bring home another. Nate Castellon with a big RBI double left, and now it's 5-1 Harwich as we head to the bottom of the 5th on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here at Eldredge Park as we head to the bottom of the 5th, and the Mariners hold a 5-4 lead over the Firebirds. Last inning, Nate Castellon with a big RBI double to left field brought home Nico Brainy. And now the lefty standing tall on the hill for Harwich is Tommy Mitchell out of Elon. That 3/4 arm angle that he features against the Firebirds. Making his 3rd appearance so far this summer, and he deals to Dom Cadiz to start off the frame. 2, 3, and 4 in the Firebird lineup.
Leading up for the Firebirds, the first baseman from UCLA.
Cadiz so far tonight is 0 for 1. He walked in the 1st and struck out in the 3rd inning. UCLA product.
Another good start for Mr. Goodman.
Here's the pitch. This is on the outside portion, and it's 1-0. Cadiz steps back into the righty box with his half black, half beige bat, the black barrel. Mitchell fires. High drive, deep to left field. That ball's out of here. No doubt about it from Dom Cadiz. 4th home run of the night here at Eldredge Park. It's the third homer for the season for Dom Cadiz, and it's 5-2 Harwich here in the bottom of the fifth.
Everybody's hitting home runs tonight. Wow. And they're all destroyed. Castellón was a foot away from what now would have been the fifth home run.
And they've all gone out to left. Just a moonshot over the scoreboard in left. There's the pitch to Bub Terrell. Breaking ball at the knees called to strike. 0-1. Bub Terrell is the player featured in tonight's game that's in the home run derby. He doesn't have one. Sure, he'd like to get in on the party. Pitch. Inside with a breaking ball. 1-1 on Terrell. 5-2 Harwich, bottom five. The wind is blown out to left tonight. And that's been proven by the home runs. 1-1. Inside, Terrell ducks out of the way. And it's 2-1.
You know there's nobody that wants to get in on this home run party more than Big Bub Terrell.
He has 3 home runs so far this season. 2 of them came in the same game. There's the Mitchell pitch. Chopper slowly to second base. Curlin charges, gloves, and tosses to first in time. And there's 1 gone.
All right, good response out. You get one of the better hitters in this lineup out. See if Mitchell just out of the pen. Just his second appearance this summer. Cool down a little bit. Ease into the game. It's so early. Mitchell coming in the 5th. I'm sure Harwich is looking for the lefty to eat up some innings tonight.
This game has been fun. It felt like it's had everything.
A lot of exciting moments.
Home runs, robberies, good plays. Pitch is a strike on the inside corner to Jonathan Gomez.
And I think that it is maybe foreshadowing of what's to come the rest of the way in the Cape League. We talked about it, the hangover of the wooden bats. It's an adjustment. The defense was sloppy early on.
There's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup down low.
And now I think we're just starting to see an era where it's good on good. I mean, in basketball, the old adage is great offense sometimes beats great defense. And right now, I think that's been the case tonight. Riley Goodman filled up the zone. He gave up a no-doubt home run.
0-2. Line drive to center field. Brady's there, though. He stops and he makes the grab. And there's 2 gone. Now, listen, sometimes you're just going to be beat. You fill up the strike zone enough. I mean, these are the top college players in the country. They're going to take advantage. 5-2 here at Eldredge Park in favor of the Mariners. 4 home runs. Only run that hasn't been scored via the homer was a Castellón double to left.
Everyone learned from Rowan Kelly. Just hit the ball deeper than you need to, because then J.P. Peltier.
Pitch is a strike at the knees to the lefty Tyler Myatt. Exactly. Rowan Kelly should have a homer, but Peltier was there to rob it. Wind picks up. Pitch home. Breaking ball. Misses inside, just barely. I already said it, but tonight would be an exciting night for the home run derby at Eldredge Park. 1-1. Slider waved and missed. It's now 1-2 on Myatt, who takes a lap around home plate. Readjusts after that awkward hack.
Mitchell throws kind of a Brady Miller style of breaking ball where he just lofts it in there. Doesn't really seem like he's throwing the ball all too hard.
1-2. Down low. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Your bottom 5. 5-2 Mariners over the Firebirds. Mitchell peers in for the sign. He comes set at the belt. The lefty fires. Popped up. That'll stay in the infield. Castellón is there, the shortstop. He camps under, and he makes the grab. So the Orleans Firebirds bring back one. A Dom Cadiz no-doubt homer to deep left field. And now it's 5-2 Mariners as we head to the 6th on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here at Eldredge Park to start the 6th, and a reminder that Netting Pro Stadionic is the official netting and facility solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pro Stadionic, making sports facilities iconic. 5-2 Harwich over the Firebirds here, start of the 6th. It'll be Kate Curlin to lead off the frame for the Mariners. 5, 6, and 7 in the Harwich lineup. Lights are fully on here at Eldredge Park. Fans down the right field line on the hill. All of them on their towels, taking in the action. 4 home runs this evening. We've got a home run robbery. This game has had everything. We're only starting the 6th. Nottingham still the pitcher on the hill for the Firebirds. He throws home. Fastball called to strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1.
I'm sure Steve Engler and Harwich would be fine with nothing happening the rest of the way because then they'd win.
That's true. Harwich trying to get back in the win column after a loss last night. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Big hack from Curlin. He already has a home run tonight. Maybe he's feeling it. And it's 0-2.
Something tells me that these guys have a lot more excitement left in the tank tonight. I hope it's still in the Mariners' favor, but some of this energy is just infectious. Hitting for power, defense.
There's the 0-2. Down and away. Curlin took all the way on that pitch, and now it's 1-2. That home run from Curlin came back in the 4th. A no-doubt mammoth solo shot. Over the scoreboard, over and left. Second home run over the Eldredge Park scoreboard. Dom Cadiz of the Firebirds hit one last inning. 1-2. Line drive deep to left field, hooking foul. Anything hit over there, you get excited. Just a long foul, and it's still 1-2 on the righty Curlin.
I'm starting to think that Curlin is really feeling it now. He got on base 4 times yesterday, 2 hits, has the no-doubt homer in this one. I think he's going to get really hot.
1-2. Hard hit up the middle on one hop to the shortstop, Comiskey. He's there, fields to first in time. And there's one gone.
Nice play from Comiskey. So you were right, that ball was hard hit off the bat, and then when it hit the ground, it had a lot of spin on it because he didn't catch it totally off the sweet spot. So the shortstop kind of had to handle a dead bounce, and he was able to throw him out in time.
And Curlin going off, getting hot, is now 5 for his last 10. Dead 500 hitter, 2 walks in that time period as well. Now the hitter is the righty J.P. Peltier. Here's the pitch home. Fastball down the middle, and it's 0-1. Peltier, a couple ground outs so far tonight. 1 to second, 1 to third. Nottingham, deep breath on the mound. Glove at his eyes, kicks back and comes home. Peltier takes another fastball down Broadway, and it's 0-2. Beautiful sunset down the right field line. Behind the hill, it's pink skies. There's the 0-2 offering. Spiked in the dirt, and it looked like it clipped McDougal, the catcher, in the mask. He takes off his gear, wipes his face with his hand.
It's a pretty sweet Dayton catcher's helmet that he has.
And
What'd you say that color is? Teal?
Yeah, it's teal, kind of like a bluish.
Turquoise teal?
I actually say more turquoise, I think.
Okay.
I think teal is more like the Brewster Whitecap uniforms that they were rocking yesterday.
Okay.
Not a color expert. I know that those skies over there in right are pink. I can tell you that.
Are they pink?
Maybe orange-ish.
They're kind of salmon to me.
Yeah. There's the 1-2 to Peltier. Swing and a miss. Pitch upstairs and Peltier right on through it, and there's 2 gone.
And Nottingham came in this game, gave up that RBI single to Castellón. And since then, he's gotten the last 4 out with 2 strikeouts sandwiched around the 2 putouts.
Here's Quentin Coates, who is 1 for 2 tonight. A single back in the 2nd. He was picked off, though. sent back to the dugout. And then he grounded out to shortstop in the 4th. 5-2 Harwich over Orleans. 2 gone here, top of the 6th. Nottingham throws home. Down the middle with the fastball. Ooh, no strike called by home plate umpire Alan Liberponi. Looked like it was right there, but 1 knows the count, and Coates is happy about it. Nottingham climbs the hill once again. First base side of the rubber. There's the pitch. There was a strike with the fastball. Coates looks back and says, oh, that was in the same spot as the last pitch. This one called a strike, and it's 1-1.
I think he got a gift on the first pitch.
So maybe a makeup call there from the home plate umpire.
Right. Or just the right call, just second try.
There's the 1-1. Spiked in the dirt, no doubt about that one. And it's 2-1. Mariners lost 6-2 yesterday to Brewster. 3rd straight time they fell to the Whitecaps. Came into the evening at 15-10. Orleans at 8-17 after their loss to Falmouth yesterday. Here's the 2-1. Upstairs at the Heat, and it's 3-1. Players in the dugout cheering on Quentin Coates. All-star DH for the Mariners. He'll be in action at White House Field come this weekend for that event. 3-1. Foul down the right field line. Coates just a little late on it, and it's 3-2.
So he's going to fight. One thing about Coates, he values every at-bat that he has, whether it's with the bases loaded or in a situation like this, 2 outs, nobody on. His focus is the same. His approach is the same. Routine at the plate.
Here's the payoff delivery. Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs. Coates right through it. And that does it in the top of the 6th. So the Mariners down 1-2-3. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. 5-2 Harwich on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here at Eldredge Park as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 5-2 in favor of the Mariners. And still the lefty on the hill for Harwich is Tommy Mitchell in his 2nd inning of relief. He gave up a solo shot to Dom Cadiz back in the 5th. And now he deals to the righty Casey Comiskey. Mitchell fires. Fastball called to strike on the inside corner. It's now 0-1. Comiskey grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 2nd he reached, and then singled in the 4th. 1 for 2. Here's the 0-1. Inside, and Comiskey gets out of the way. Ducks out his leading left knee. and takes a small lap around the righty box.
Mitchell's one of those relievers that throws a ton of off-speed pitches. The changeup and slider primarily. He has a sinker and a four-seam fastball. We haven't really seen it all too much.
1-1. Line drive up the middle. Curlin is there, dives, but it sprinkles into center for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Casey Comiskey, and the Firebirds are in business here, 1 on with nobody out.
Yeah, this is one of those games where Orleans is showing some fight. They've been down since the top of the first where Harwich scored 3, and the Mariners have only increased their lead from that point on. But on that same note, Orleans 3 hits in the 4th. They get another hit in the 5th. Those were their first 4 hits of the game. And now they're still putting the ball in play and getting on base into the 6th inning.
There's the right-handed hitting Adrian Beltre Jr. Comiskey off of first, pitch home. There's a strike down Broadway, and it's 0-1. Beltre is 1 for 2 tonight. Reached on an error back in the 2nd from third baseman Ty Smolinski, and then singled in the 4th. Pitch home. Misses upstairs, and Beltre nods, saying, yep, that missed. It was close. Jackson tried to bring it down into the zone. Wind blows out to left field. Comiskey takes his lead at first. Mitchell fires home. Chopper, third base side. Smolinski backhands, fields, throws to first. In time. What a throw and play from Ty Smolinski.
Smooth Smolinski. Oh my goodness. An everyday shortstop who just towed that third base line like Manny Machado would in the big leagues. That's one of those when his back was turned to Quentin Coates when he fielded the ball, and he was able to do the whole 180 and get that ball in time to beat the runner.
The full course of the diamond there on that throw. Comiskey up to second. Here's the hitter, Ryan McDougall. Pitch is outside. And it's 1-0 now on the backstop for the Firebirds.
That's such a big out. I mean, if he doesn't make that play, which a lot of guys wouldn't, you have first and second, nobody out.
Mitchell fires. Fastball misses down and away, and it's 2-0.
You never want to surrender a run, but Harwich at this point in the game with a 5-1 lead, not saying that that's comfortable necessarily, but you'll take the out and put a runner in scoring position all day.
I think that's a fair and good trade for the Mariners, but they had to earn it. 2-0. Breaking ball loops in for strike number 1. Tommy Mitchell, a crafty pitcher on the mound for the Mariners. Doesn't have the highest velo, but has a lot of stuff out there. Keeps hitters off balance. 2-1. Foul right back, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, another one of those breaking balls when we've seen Mitchell fall behind hitters. Typically, when you're behind, you're going to go to what you can comfortably and confidently throw for a strike, and it's been the breaking balls.
McDougall just fouled that one back. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball got him there. A big second out in the inning, and the first strikeout of the evening for Tommy Mitchell. Comiskey stays put at second.
Yeah, fell behind 2-0 and then struck him out on the next 3 strikes. That was really impressive from the lefty Mitchell.
Here's Magbach, the switch-hitting righty now in the box against the lefty Mitchell. There's the pitch. This is outside. It's 1-0. We don't really see too many switch hitters in the Cape so far this summer. Only a couple, and Magbach is one of them. Struck out twice as a lefty tonight against Riley Goodman. So maybe more luck as a righty. He ducks out of the way on the fastball inside, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, Magbach's a guy that 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. You want to go after here. Mitchell already down 2-0. Kelly, Cadiz, Terrell, all all-stars at the top of this lineup.
Pitch home. And it's a strike on the upper half. Comiskey off of second, 2 gone. Mariners up 5-2 from the bottom of the 6th. Here's the offering. Down and away, and it gets by Jackson, the catcher, all the way to the fence here. And Comiskey moves up to third. Jackson picks it up and tosses back to Mitchell. So now 3-1 on Magpie. 12 combined hits between the two sides tonight. 1 error. That was Ty Smolinski over at third base. But he's played a pretty smooth hot corner for the most part. Mitchell comes set. Here's the 3-1. Strike on the inside corner. Magpie actually moved out of the way, maybe trying to deke out home plate umpire Alan Leaper Pony. But he called the strike anyways, and now it's full. Payoff pitch. Chopper foul, third base side.
Magpie has been unproductive in the scorebook and stat sheet tonight, but another long at-bat from the 9-hole hitter of Orleans.
There's the payoff. Sliced foul down the right field line. And they'll do it again. Magbach is battling. And he takes a lap around the plate, readjusts his batting gloves, twirls his bat a few times, and digs in. Payoff pitch once again. Foul back. Over the hill down the right field line.
A lot of people still here late into this night.
Good crowd on hand here at Eldredge Park. They always bring in a decent showing. The 9th pitch of the AB on its way from Mitchell. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Curveball got him. Mitchell runs off the mound. And he gets out of a mini jam. The Orleans Firebirds strand a runner on third base. And they still trail by a score of 5-2 as we head to the 7th here on the Mariners Radio Network. It's the start of the 7th here at Eldredge Park. And speaking of Eldredge Park, the trivia question tonight was, when was this park made and opened? And the answer is 1913, the oldest Cape Cod park. And it is a beauty with the right field hill down the right field line. And you've got 434 to dead center. It's got all these excellent parts to it. We start the 7th here at historic Eldredge Park. It's Sean O'Leary to lead off the frame for the Mariners. The lefty DH tonight for Harwich. Still Joe Nottingham on the hill, the righty for the Firebirds, in his 3rd inning of relief out of the bullpen. He stands tall on the hill. 6'5", 205 pounds. Kicks and comes home. O'Leary takes in the dirt. And it's 1-0. 5-2 Mariners over the Firebirds. Lights are blasting on here at Eldredge Park. The wind blowing out to left. We've seen 4 home runs tonight, all of them to left field. Here's the 1-0 to Shano. Taken as a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-1. Looks up and down his barrel. O'Leary so far tonight walked in the 2nd and grounded out to the pitcher back in the 4th. Here's the 1-1. Line drive foul into the netting down the left field line. It's now 1-2. That walk from Sean O'Leary back in the second wasn't just any walk. It was a 9-pitch walk. Seen a lot of pitches so far tonight. Nottingham, deep breath on the rubber. He brings his glove to his eyes. Kicks back. Here's the 1-2. Outside. The catcher, McDougal, has to fetch that one a couple inches off the plate. It's now 2-2.
O'Leary's been rock solid all summer, but I do look back to that walk-off walk against Chatham. I feel like he's had more of a confident approach, a dominant approach at the plate ever since then.
Trying to do some more damage here. 2-2. Hit high foul right behind us and into the trees beyond the street behind us, so all the cars are safe.
I'm telling you, those trees, thousands of baseballs in there.
You're going to go after the game? Pick
I
up a few?
don't need any baseballs.
We were talking yesterday about not going into the woods by yourself over a White House field when it's dark out. Now we're not even in our own territory. 2-2. Swing and a miss. O'Leary down swinging. And there's one gone here in the top of the seventh. Mariners still hold a 5-2 lead.
It's now 3 consecutive strikeouts for the reliever Nottingham, the last 3 hitters he's seen going back to the 6th inning. Nottingham has fanned 4 in an inning and 2/3 of work, or now it's 2 full innings of work out of the pen.
Came into the night with just 2 strikeouts on the season in 3 innings. He deals to Nico Brady, the lefty 9-hitter. Swing and a miss. Fastball right on by, and it's 0-1.
A lot of life on that fastball. That's been the punch-out pitch.
Brady 1 for 2, a strikeout in the second, and a bunt single in the 5th. There's the 0-1. Down in the dirt. About 58 feet on that attempt. Greeny very animated in the box for someone who's softly spoken.
Right, his game is loud.
Game is loud. I think that's a great way to put it. He steals bases. He works long at bats. He's very twitchy in the lefty box. 1-1. High fly foul down the left field line. And it's 1-2. Makes acrobatic plays in the outfield. Today he's playing center. Of course, dead center field here at Eldredge Park is .434. So you got to run a lot. And he's been very impressive. This is just his 2nd game with the Mariners this summer. Played over 30 games with Harwich last summer. There's the 1-2. Bopped up behind home plate. Foul. Oh, that one right in the street. Luckily, no car was coming. That would have
between 2.
That would have shattered a windshield. Lucky. You're right. It was in between 2. One drove by, slight pause, foul ball, then the other one.
I don't wish that to anyone, but I don't know. There would be something somewhat entertaining about like a, maybe not a great idea to put a baseball field right here type of road.
Well, this baseball field came in 1913 as the 1-2 is popped up behind home plate. There's
Another
the
one.
street, and it's into the trees.
The interns for Orleans are trying to blow it back into the road.
Well, I hope you know that there's a baseball field here if you're driving by, because if out of nowhere a ball just comes soaring down into your windshield, that would catch me really off guard.
Lily, too.
Here's the 1-2. Poked up the middle on a hop into center field. So after all those foul balls, Brainy trying to stretch a single into a double, dives in safely. It was all worth it. Mariners have a runner on second here with 1 gone, and Brainy is 2 for 3.
Brainy, always taking the extra bag if you're going to offer it up. And that's just the pressure he puts on a defense. That's what we mean by saying his game is loud. Single up the middle. Brainy's played here. He knows that the grass can eat up a ball. It doesn't get to Kelly as quick as Kelly thought it was going to get to him. And when Kelly saw Brainy turn from first, he ended up muffing the ball in the outfield, couldn't really get a good grip on it, and there wasn't even a throw into second base. He's so smart and fast.
There's the lefty Larson with Brainy off of second. He's dancing. Pitch home. Down in the dirt. Gets by McDougal, the catcher, and Brainy sprints to third. So after what should have been probably a single, stretched into a double, and now first pitch to Larson is wild, and Brainy all of a sudden is on third.
That's game-wrecking plays. You do that in a 1-1 game, he's the guy we interview after the game. I mean, stealing runs is an aspect that you can't teach. You can't teach speed, you can't teach instinct, and also his ability to compete, especially Summer League baseball. Brainy brings it every night.
Orleans bring the infield in here. Pitch to Larson. Chopped at the plate, foul. It's now 1-1 on Larson, the leadoff man. He was 0 for 2 tonight, but that doesn't tell the whole story. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. A productive out in the fifth moved Brainy over to third base, and then Brainy eventually came home to score. Still making impact plays as the Mariner everyday right fielder. Here's the 1-1. Popped up behind home plate, foul territory, street territory, and it hits the trees. I'll tell you, there's a game within a game right now. I'm entertained every time there's a foul ball behind us.
I couldn't be more with you. It's awesome.
No
Keep 'em
cars coming down that time.
I'll stay here all night playing this game. It's like Crossy Road.
If I was a car, I would look at the pitch and stop, and then go when it came. 1-2 to Larson. Nottingham comes set at the belt. Brainy off of third. There's the offering. Downstairs, and it's 2-2. Five to 2 Harwich over the Firebirds. Top of the seventh. One out with a runner on third and Brainy. Counts 2-2 on Colin Larson. Here's the pitch. Chopped, right side, past the diving Cadiz and into right field. A base hit and an RBI from Colin Larson, and it's 6-2 Mariners.
And that's good baseball. And you look in this inning, nothing all too special really happened when it came to bat-on-ball contact. Brainy, a line drive up the middle for a hit with one out. You talked about him turning that into standing at third by the end of it all. And Larson, one of those hits that we've mentioned it multiple times this summer on the air, Milo. When the infield comes in, your batting average goes up 300, maybe 400 points. That's a routine ground ball to first or second, but the pressure of having to be in with a runner at third for Orleans, nobody's in position to make a diving play. And Larson gets aboard again and give him another RBI, his 13th of the summer.
And after that hit from Larson, Callie Nicholson out of the dugout for the Firebirds. He calls on another arm in the Orleans bullpen. It's 6-2 Mariners over Orleans here in the top of the seventh. We'll take a step aside on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here at Eldredge Park, still in the top of the 7th after the pitching change from Kelly Nicholson and the Firebirds. And the new arm he calls on is Eli Iwanaga, who just finished his freshman season at UCLA. And so far this summer, in 10 2/3 innings pitched, a 9.28 ERA, 11 strikeouts, and 5 walks for the righty. Second time pitching against the Mariners as well. Pitched against Harwich on July 1st. Went 2 innings, gave up 1 earned run on 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Larson off of first. 1 gone, 6-2 Harwich, and the hitter is the righty Nate Castellone. Iwanaga peers in for the side. Checks on Larson at first and comes set. And he throws to first. Larson dives in safely.
Larson's so smooth over there on the bases. The second Iwanaga was leaning that way, Larson was already back in time.
Already has a stolen base tonight. 14 on the summer. Pitch to Castellone. Runner goes. Castellone shows bunt, pulls back on a ball. Throw to second. Is in time. A bullet throw from Ryan McDougal, the catcher. And there's 2 gone. And Colin Larson is caught stealing for the 6th time this summer.
He actually leads Cape Cod in caught stealing, but he also leads in bases stolen. 13 of 19 isn't great, though.
It'll happen when you try to run as often as he does. And now 2 gone, counts 1-0 on Castellone. Here's the offering. High drive, deep to left field. Magpok back, turns and watches it off the wall. 1 hop. Castellone on first, dives into second. Throw from Magpok, not in time. Castellone inches away from a home run. His last double to the same part of the ballpark, also feet away from a bomb.
This place owes him at least one of those 2 home runs. I mean, they're scraping the top of the wall and just won't get out. How did he dive into second safely? It was a full swim move circus act. I think he thought it was a home run. And credit to Magpok, he got that ball in rapid quick.
Yeah, good throw from Magpok. On the money, Castellone contorts his body. He's safe, and now the hitter's Ty Smolinski, the lefty. Pitch home. Upstairs, high and wide, and brought down by Ryan McDougal, the catcher. It's 1-0.
I'm starting to think the way Castellone is hitting, nobody should ever steal in front of him. Because he is getting a base hit, and now tonight, 2 of his first 3 extra base hits this summer. He's doing everything.
3 for 4 on the night. Pitch is a strike at the knees. And it's 1-1. His dad is sitting on the bleachers down the first base line.
So when he dove into second and he did that swim move circus act,
His mom grabbed his dad's arm and started shaking it.
1-1. A strike down the middle, and it's 1-2.
We just got another replay. Producer Sawyer just showed me on my phone, or on his phone, Castellone went fully on his side of his rib, sliding in to avoid the tag.
It's impressive stuff. The game within the game. 1-2. Chopped. First base side. Cadiz is there. Gloves. Tosses to Iwanaga, who covers in time. And that does it here in the top of the 7th. The Mariners do bring home another run after an RBI single from Colin Larson. Leave Castellone stranded at second base. We head to the home half of the 7th. Still 6-2 Mariners here on the Mariners Radio Network. Welcome back to Eldredge Park as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 6-2 Mariners over the Firebirds. And a new pitcher on the hill for Harwich is Brian Matuschat, the righty who stands at 6'5", 210 pounds. 6th appearance so far this summer, pitches to a very solid 3.95 ERA in just over 13 innings of work. He deals to the top of the Orleans Firebirds lineup, starting with the lefty hitting center fielder, Rowan Kelly. 0 for 3 so far this evening. He had a home run robbed back in the 3rd, brought back in by Mariners left fielder J.P. Peltier on one of the catches of the summer. There's the first pitch home. Fastball slash foul down the left field line. And it's 0-1. 4 home runs tonight, combined by these two sides. 2 each, actually. 2 Orleans ones, solo shots. Mariners have a 3-run jack from Ty Smolinski. 0-1. Swing and a miss on a changeup downstairs, and it's 0-2. Harwich trying to make it 3 wins over the Firebirds this summer. Matuschat, glove at his eyes, kicks and comes home. Chops slowly, right side of the infield. Second baseman Curlin charges field, throws the first in time. Nice off-balance throw from Cade Curlin, who continues to impress over at second, and there's one gone.
Defense has been awfully smooth tonight. Look at that play. The home run robbery from Peltier is the highlight. I remember that Smolinski play a few innings ago, all the way down the line, the long throw across the diamond. There have been some really outstanding plays tonight.
There's Dom Cadiz. Last time he was up, Mariners didn't have a chance to make a play because it was a deep solo shot to left. There's the offering. Fastball taken at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Believe it or not, Colin Larson in right field has not seen any action defensively.
Staying calm out there in right. Looking at him right now. Standing straight up. 0-1. Swinging a foul tapper at the plate, and it's quickly 0-2 on Cadiz.
That's got to be kind of difficult.
Yeah, but Colin Larson, when he gets on, he steals bases. He's run around. His jersey is dirty right now, full of dirt. You look at Colin Larson, you don't think standing still the whole game.
What would you do out there? Just eat a bunch of sunflower seeds?
Spit some sunflower seeds out, kick around some grass.
Sounds nice.
There's the 0-2. Curveball inside. Cadiz ducks out of the way, and it's 1-2.
You know, we're practically playing first and second base where we're planted over here. We're in the what do you call this, sand, dirt?
I'd say it's sand, yeah. Standing up
here. Or we're
here.
just at the beach.
We're ready. Matuschat ready, 1-2. Swing and a miss. A slider down in the dirt, and there's 2 gone now on a strikeout from Matuschat, his first of the evening.
Matuschat's looked really solid these last few outings. He's a guy that he calls throwing strikes, filling it up. He means filling up the zone, and he's really confident in his ability to do that. But to be confident in that, you have to be confident and proud of your stuff. Brian always gets ahead of hitters. When he gets beat around, it's because the other team's beating him, not him beating himself. I like that about him.
He faces Terrell. First pitch, curveball in the dirt. It's 1-0 to Bub Terrell, the lefty hitting right fielder. 0 for 3 tonight, a strikeout and a pair of groundouts. Came in hitting .274 with 3 home runs. Pitch. Downstairs, it's 2-0.
Yeah, Orleans running out of outs here. 4-run Harwich lead. They have 7 outs to play with, but nobody on and 2 down here in the 7th.
15 combined hits for the two sides tonight. 10 for the Mariners. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Big fastball. Terrell took a home run hack, but came up empty, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, we haven't seen him hit a home run yet this summer when we've played Orleans. I'm interested maybe just going to the Derby as a fan because I want to see Big Bub run into one. Not tonight.
He'll be featured there. 2-1. Fastball down the middle, and it's 2-2. Terrell looks back and talks to Home plate umpire Alan Liberponi after that one. Nods his head a little bit. Not a fan of that call. Madushat was. He steps on the first base side of the rubber. Glove at his eyes. Kicks back and fires home. Just missed inside. So the count's now full on Terrell. 6-2 Mariners lead. Bottom of the 7th with 2 gone. Wind still blowing out to left field. American flag in center is breezing. There's the payoff pitch. Bopped behind the plate, foul. It hits the screen. So they'll do it again. Big shift on the lefty in the box, Terrell. 3 infielders for the Mariners are playing on the right side of the second base bag. Only man on the left side is the third baseman, Smolinski, and he's playing the shortstop position. There's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, he just caught a piece of it. No, he came up empty. So a strikeout from Madushat, his second in the inning, second on the night. And the Mariners deal a 1-2-3 frame in the bottom of the 7th. They lead 6-2 as we head to the 8th on the Mariners Radio Network.
It's the start of the 8th inning here in Orleans. Harwich has a 6-2 lead playing on the road for the second time this summer. And the start of the 8th inning means let's take a look at scores across the Cape. Presented by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism. Bourne up 8-1 in the bottom of the 8th over Falmouth. Katuitt falls to Brewster in 7 innings because of darkness at Stony Brook Field, 6-0. Wareham, the last place Gateman, beat the first place YD Red Sox. Get this, 1-0. And Hyannis takes down Chatham 6-2. That's Chatham's 5th consecutive loss. Orleans is trying to chase them for the 4th seed in the East. Remember, 1 team from each division doesn't make the playoffs. Jacksaw up. Eli Iwanaga climbs the hill. Back out there in relief. First pitch to Jacksaw. Breaking ball taken down the middle. Called strike 1. Jacksaw 0 for 3 tonight. Fly out, grounded into a double play, and then flew out to left again. Iwanaga, big windup, now comes home, the 0-1. That's taken right at the letters, called strike 2. 0-2 on the big Harwich catcher, Braden Jacksaw. Jacksaw 8 for his first 26 on Cape Cod, 4 RBIs, a pair of extra base hits. Here comes the 2-strike pitch. Swing and a hard-hit ground ball through the legs of Beltre at third into left field. Jacksaw a big turn, but he settles with the single. And that ball was hit so hard, I don't even know if Beltre saw it. It went into left. And, yep, that's a hit for Jacksaw, the 11th of the night for Harwich.
Just scorcher. That's one where I'm happy I'm sitting where I am right here and not over at third base, because that would have taken my leg off.
You really don't realize if you watch a lot of baseball on TV how hard just the routine ground balls in general are hit. Curlin digs in. First pitch to Cade. That's low and away, ball 1. Curlin 1 for 3. That huge, no doubt, solo home run back in the 4th inning. That started the inning. So he's up to 2 homers on the summer, 7 runs batted in for Cade, new LSU transfer. 1-0. Curlin takes. Fastball called a strike. And it's 1-1. Big 6'6", Braden Jacksa leads off first. He's actually tried to steal a base this summer, and he did it successfully. Iwanaga kicks and fires, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Kurland way out in front of a slider in the dirt. Seemed like Cade was sitting fastball there. And Kurland's got to protect now, down 1-2. Mariners up by 4 in the final 2 innings here, top of the 8th. It's been an exciting night. We've seen a plethora of home runs, fantastic defensive plays. Harwich looking to add on. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. An unbelievable block from the catcher McDougall. He went 2 feet, almost sliding on his knees to keep that ball in front, and still had to reach out for it just a little bit. He caught it, and Jackson's still at first, so mission complete. 2-ball, 2-strike count on the Harwich second baseman, Kurland. Kurland has been trending in the right direction at the plate. Now up to 250 as his batting average. He was right around 215 a couple games ago. 2-2 pitch. Kurland steps on one. Ground ball to Shirt. Comiskey, the pitch to second for 1, the throw to first. They doubled up Harwich. A 6-4-3 double play. And there goes the leadoff hit. Now 2 down in the 8th.
Yeah, it was hard hit. Caught on a high hop by Comiskey. Came up on him, but he handled it well. A big 2-ounce for the Firebirds.
I'll bring up J.P. Peltier here. It's the second double play that Harwich has grounded into tonight. Really successful night at the plate. 11 hits, 6 runs, 2 homers from Harwich. 4 of the 6 runs have come via the long ball. Peltier digs in, first pitch, called a strike. Outside corner. Peltier's 0 for 3 tonight, 2 groundouts and a strikeout his last time up in the 6th inning. JP saved a run, pretty much as good as a home run. Made that wall climbing home run robbery defensively in left field. The 0-1 cut on, skied way up in the air, and I mean it's just staying up in the Orleans night. But when it comes down, Cadiz calls everyone off from first and makes the catch in front of home plate. Iwanaga sees the minimum of Mariners here in the 8th inning. Harwich 1 hit, nobody left on base after the double play from Jacksa and Peltier flyout. A 6-2 lead. Orleans has 6 outs remaining to get back in this game. Don't go anywhere on the Mariners Radio Network.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Reader's Hardwood Supply is a candy store for wood, whether you're a professional or an amateur. Reader's Hardwood Supply carries over 70 species of both domestic and imported lumber from around the world, displayed in over 300 self-serve bins for your selection. So for your next project, make it your masterpiece with stock from Reader's Hardwood Supply. The woods of the world are here at Reader's Hardwood Supply.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Eldredge Park in Orleans. Harwich with the lead 6-2. And Brian Matishat is still on the hill. Came in, tossed a 1-2-3 7th inning with a pair of strikeouts. It's 4, 5, and 6. The heart of the Firebirds lineup. And don't count Orleans out just yet, because the last time we were here, back on the 1st of July, Harwich went into the 8th inning with a lead. Orleans had 3 hits, scored 3 runs, and left the bases loaded. Ended up losing that game 8-4. But they, at the time in the 8th inning, cut into a 6-4 deficit, and it just wasn't enough because they left 3 on base. Harwich and Matishat, they don't want any of that late inning drama tonight. Mariners have been in cruise control after that 3-run Ty Smolinski home run in the 1st inning, and have had a wire-to-wire lead in this one. People filtering out here on the once-packed hill
at Eldredge Park. Right-on-right matchup with Gomez to get things going. First pitch for Matishat, first pitch breaking ball inside. It's 1-0. Gomez tonight 1 for 3. Had a solo home run back in the 4th inning. That's his first homer of the summer. This is just his 33rd at-bat of the summer on Cape Cod. The 1-0's hard hit grounder off of Matishat to the second baseman Kurland, and he made the play in time. It ricocheted off what looked to be the belt or stomach area of Brian Matishat, but Kurland tracked it all the way to the second base bag, and that's the first out of the Orleans 8.
Yeah, I was never really worried because Kurland has such a strong arm at second base. He just slings it over there. And despite it being a slow dribbler that maybe hit off the mound a little bit, Kurland still plenty of time to make the throw.
That brings up Tyler Myatt. First pitch to the lefty, fouled away. Strike one. That may have caught a piece of the Harwich catcher Braden Jax's left arm. And typically, when you see the home plate umpire, Alan Lieberpony, go and hand deliver the ball to the pitcher on the hill, he's just trying to buy the catcher a second. And Jackson was looking at that left arm.
Yeah. Can't feel too good. He's smiling now, though. All good to go.
Count 0-1. Jax is all right. Matishat back on the hill. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Matishat. Man, he looks like Randy Johnson up there. So comfortable, just relaxed, hanging out, throwing strikes.
I think anyone would take that comparison.
I was more saying it in the confidence realm.
Yeah.
4 up, 4 down. Here comes the 0-2 in the dirt. Myatt will see another. Tyler Myatt, one of 2 Orleans Firebirds position players to get all-star nods. Dom Cadiz, who has a home run in this one, and Myatt. Myatt hitting .280 on the summer, 4 home runs, 9 runs batted in. Sitting 5th tonight. 1-2 pitch. He struck him out. Got him looking with a fastball about letter high, and Myatt, a frustrated walk back to the dugout. That's the 3rd Matishat strikeout in just the 5th batter he's seen tonight.
We've seen Mariner pitchers this season just go on runs where they strike out a handful of hitters at a time. And right now, Matishat showing off the K stuff.
Harwich has struck out a Firebird 12 times tonight. Here's Casey Comiskey, right on right. First pitch that hit him in the left knee. Comiskey skips, hops, chucks the bat, and he's now going to jog over to first base. A 2-out base runner as Comiskey was plunked by the first pitch of the at-bat. And the shortstop out of Seton Hall is on for the 4th time tonight. He's had 4 at-bats.
Orleans came into the night with a league-high 35 hit-by pitches, now 36.
I mean, what would I do without you, man?
I knew you were going to say something.
What about Adrian Beltre Jr.? He's digging in now. So it looks like he has black socks on. What's their record when he wears black socks?
I'll look into it.
You'll get that next time?
I'll get that next time, yeah.
Beltre's 1 for 3. Had a hard hit single back in the 4th inning. That was a rally that only scored 1 for Orleans. Left the bases loaded in the 5th. First pitch is a heater outside. Beltre ahead 1-0. Beltre Jr., the son of Major League great Adrian Beltre. And Beltre Jr. has been at the University of San Diego, and now he's in the transfer portal. Trying to play his way onto a team from Cape Cod success. Check on the runner Comiskey at first. He's back on the dive. This season, Harwich is 2-0 against the Firebirds. Harwich has won the run differential by 5 runs. Tonight, they're up 6-2 with 1 on and 2 out in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch, ripped into right field, another hit for Beltre. Comiskey thought about going first to third, but not worth it, down by 4. He puts on the brakes. Larson's throw into Castellon. And here come the Firebirds. A little 2-out rally brewing on the hit by pitch, and Beltre base hit. An important at-bat for Ryan McDougall.
That was a beautiful piece of hitting from Beltre. Inside out, slashes it to right field. And a no-doubt hit.
Both of his singles in this game have been rockets off the bat. That one the other way was maybe even more impressive than the one he turned on to slash into center field back in the 4th. McDougall is 0 for 2 tonight, a walk and a pair of strikeouts. Left-handed hitter.
Has 2 on with 2 out. First pitch swung on and bounced over the Orleans dugout. Foul. 0-1. Orleans with runners in scoring position this season, a .231 batting average as a team. Middle of the pack, that's number 6 in Cape Cod. In fact, they're better than Harwich. Harwich only hits at a .224 clip, which is 7th in the league. 0-1. Swing and a line drive into right center field, a base hit. Comiskey gets the wave from third. The throw comes into the plate. It's cut off by Coates. And it's now a 6-3 ball game on the McDougal RBI base hit. And the tying run as Adam Magpok will get an at-bat here in the 8th inning.
This is the same thing we saw from Orleans last time here at Eldredge Park. They're a late inning team that shows up when they absolutely need to, and now it's getting a little sketchy for Mattachat.
Guess they just wait for their massive crowd to leave before they get things going offensively. Past 9 o'clock here now at Eldredge Park, and time is called on the field. There's a meeting between the Firebirds' third base coach and Magpok right now. Magpok just got pat on the rear end, and he's now going to dig in. Adams had a tough night, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts tonight. Yet an at-bat back in that 4th inning we mentioned a few minutes ago with the bases loaded. He struck out. First pitch up and in, ball 1. That's the third base coach, Ryan Hannigan. If that name rings a bell, who was with the Cincinnati Reds for a while, Major League Baseball catcher. Good guy to get advice from. Mattachat comes home with a 1-0, swing and a foul, caught by Jaxa behind the plate. It's now 1-1. Home run could tie it in the 8th, but with the top of the order and the damage of Rowan Kelly on deck, if Magpok can get on, that's all Orleans is looking for. 1-1. Inside, now 2-1. Two hits in this inning, 1 run already in. First and second, 2 out. Harwich up by 3. 2-1. Cut on, fouled, right field side.
Yeah, Magpok with a good hack there. Just a little bit early on it. We can straighten that out. Get into center field or right field for a base hit.
Magpok, the switch hitter. Now in his 4th plate appearance of the night, this is his 3rd from the left side. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Deuces wild in the 8th. Here comes the 2-strike pitch. Ground ball softly hit to Smolinski at third. He tags on the bag for the force out, and that ends the inning. 2 hits, 1 run, and 2 left on base for the Firebirds, but they needed more. Harwich still leads 6-3. We're going to the 9th inning on the radio.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Heading to Nantucket this summer? Skip the traffic and take the disguise with Cape Air. With convenient flights from Norwood to Nantucket, you can start your vacation sooner without the hassle of traffic. That way you spend more time relaxing and less time getting there. Experience the Cape Air difference and book your next flight today at capeair.com. Let Cape Air be your wings in the Northeast.
Start of the 9th inning. Harwich up by 3 over Orleans. Start of the 9th, just a reminder to all that this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. Thank you for tuning in tonight on the Mariners Radio Network. It's Harwich 6, Orleans 3. And the last time the M's were here, well, they won. But they also tacked on runs in the 9th inning to run away with a lead. Harwich looking to do the same tonight, up by 3. It's 7, 8, and 9. Coates, O'Leary, and Breeny. See if they can get on and flip things over for the top of the Mariner lineup. Eli Iwanaga, who came in back in the 7th inning, still on the hill for the Firebirds. Big wind, first pitch to Coates, taken low and away in the dirt. Ball 1. Coates is 1 for 3 tonight. He got on to lead off the 2nd inning, but after he singled, he was picked off. Iwanaga, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball right by Coates. Looks like a spot where Coates was comfortable with it, just couldn't connect. Ball and a strike. It's been an exciting one tonight on the road. Harwich has had a lot of success at this ballpark. 1-1. Coates grounds one foul, third base side, and he chucks the bat into the grass because that bat is splintered. Hands it to the ball boy politely after chucking it into the ground, and he's pointing to someone in the dugout at what new bat he would like to select.
Got a lot of broken bats over this last couple of days. Braden Jackson has had a few. Quentin Coates now with one. Now he wants some pine tar.
Ball boy's got him.
Yeah, he's been on it. Good at bat for him.
The old youngster, probably, 7, 8 years old. Coates sprays something on the bat, little pine tar rub. And now he's got to dig back in. Mid-at-bat, a new bat in hand. He's down a ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 9th, he's the leadoff man for Harwich. Iwanaga kicks and fires. 1-2. Swung on, ripped into center field. That's a base hit for Coates. His 2nd hit of the night. And another leadoff hit to kick off an inning for Q. Man, that average continues to soar as his All-Star campaign was just fulfilled. And he's staying hot.
That new bat, some new luck.
Leadoff man aboard. Here's Sean O'Leary, the left-handed hitting DH tonight. O'Leary's 0 for 2 with a walk. Right on left with a reliever, Iwanaga. First offering. O'Leary takes a heater down the middle. That's called strike 1. A night that started extremely windy, having a big effect on balls leaving the ballpark. We've seen 4 home runs tonight. Has died down as it's gotten later. The 0-1 to Shano, taken low and away. It's now 1-1. Iwanaga trying to work quick. O'Leary not addressing him yet. That's the new pitch clock rules coming into play. And now he's set. Both guys ready to go. 1-1. That's taken for a strike at the knees. O'Leary doesn't really like that call, but Orleans does. The Firebirds are trying to find any way to get momentum in this game. Mariners scored 3 in the first, then 1 in the 4th, another 1 in the 5th, and add in 1 more in the 7th. Good for 6 runs tonight. They lead by 3. The pitch, down low. O'Leary thought about going, but held the swing back. And the count's even at 2-2. Breeny on deck, then the top of the order after him. Nico's had hits in his last 2 at-bats at the plate. And the leadoff man here in the 9th, Coates, is on first base. Here comes the 2-2 to Shano. He turns on. Airs were something at the start of this summer that Orleans led the league in, and it was killing them defensively. But they cleaned it up for a good stretch. And that might be a costly one tonight. Nico Breeny ready to go. Nico struck out his first at-bat tonight, then singled and scored in the 5th and doubled and scored in the 7th. Iwanaga from the stretch. First pitch to Breeny. That gets past the catcher, McDougal. Pitch was inside. Both runners advance. And now 2 in scoring position with nobody out. And what looks like probably a passed ball 1.
Yeah, McDougal, the catcher, not happy with that one. Mad at himself, talking to himself. Back behind the plate now again.
I want to see Castellón selfishly get an at-bat in this 9th inning. He hits 2nd in the Harwich order. Breeny's the 9-hole hitter. He's up right now with nobody out. Castellón has 3 hits tonight. You've only seen one 4-hit effort from a Mariner this summer. That was Ty Smolinski. 0-1 to Brainy. Swing and a miss. So the pitch that got past McDougal was actually called a strike. It was just called late. So Brainy in a 0-2 hole. The infield now comes in. Harwich up to 13 hits tonight. Single here could blow this game open and give the M's a 5-run lead. Kirikov with speed at second, Coates at third. The 0-2 to Brainy. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A big bounce back from Iwanaga. That's the first out of the 9th.
Yeah, got him fishing. Second strikeout of the night for Brainy. Not someone who tends to strike out too often. But gotta credit Iwanaga when credit's due.
A good back to Harwich effort for Brainy. 1 for 5 in his debut yesterday. He goes 2 for 4 tonight. Top of the order, Colin Larson. It turns over. Infield stays in. Right on left matchup. First pitch. Larson takes a pitch high. Ball 1. Larson is 1 for 3 tonight. He was also hit by a pitch and scored in the first. His single in the 7th was an RBI hit, so he's up to 13 runs batted in. That's second on the team behind Smolinski. 1-0. Larson skies one foul. 1-1. See all the little games that these two legendary Cape League managers play. Just a little cheeky move up by 3 in the 9th. Englert throws Kirikov in the game to run for Sean O'Leary. And this is what we mean with these skippers that have been around a while. They don't care they care what these guys are doing at school, but they come here and they want these guys to perform and win for Harwich. 1-1, ground ball, hot shot, diving play at first. Cadiz, he runs to the bag and steps on it in time for the out. Coming from third to score is Coates. That's Larson's second RBI of the game. He's now up to 14 on the summer, and the M's lead 7-3 with 2 outs in the 9th.
Yep, gets the job done once again.
He was robbed of another hit, though.
He certainly was. A good stop by Cadiz.
That was a great play by Cadiz. Here's Castellón. Kirikov at second, 2 outs. Harwich up by 4. Iwanaga, first pitch. Castellón takes up and in, ball 1. Nate Castellón is 3 for 4 tonight. 2 doubles, a single, had an RBI double in the 5th inning, and he's also scored a run. He's been the best Mariner at the plate tonight. Can he add on here in the 9th? The 1-0. Up high again, now 2-0. Castellón is a guy that loves to let it rip early in the at-bat, swings at a lot of first pitches. Maybe Iwanaga doesn't want to challenge one in the zone against the red-hot shortstop out of Cal Poly. Iwanaga from the stretch, the 2-0. Castellón fouls it back. It's 2-1.
Just underneath that one.
Castellón has had 3 hits in a game this summer. That was just in his 2nd game as a Mariner. Feels like he gets 2 hits every night. He's hitting .360 for average. A Cape League All-Star. Runner at second, 2 out. Here comes the 2-1. Castellón takes outside. It's now 3-1. But the thing I'm so excited about from a Mariners perspective with Castellón is 16 of his 48 plate appearances have been singles. Only 1 of those 17 hits have been an extra base hit. He has 2 of them tonight. The 3-1 is taken on the inside corner for a strike. Castellón thought it was ball 4, flipped his bat, and the count goes full. Bat boy's got to hand him the bat, and Castellón's got to dial back in here for a payoff pitch. Iwanaga shakes one off. Kirikov creeping down that third base line, in between second and third. Here comes the 3-2. Castellón rips it into right center field. It's another hit and another RBI. Kirikov scores from second. Castellón has a 4-hit night on the road. It's 8-3 M's in the 9th.
Yeah, toss that bat, give it back to him. Let him keep swinging. Just automatic.
I mean, when is it not a line drive to any part of the ballpark with him? Smolinski gets an at-bat now. Mariners up by 5. 2 outs. Castellón off a first. First pitch to Ty. Fastball taken at the knees. That's strike 1. Whew, this one's going to feel good tonight if Harwich can hold on. 14 hits as an offense for a team that the last 2 weeks haven't had the most success that we've seen all summer at the plate. 0-1. Smolinski fouls it into the catcher McDougal, and the count's quickly 0-2. So now a 2-run ninth inning for Harwich. First inning with 3 runs. All of them came on one swing from this guy at the plate right here, Ty Smolinski. 3-run blast the opposite way to left field. Lefty hitters down 0-2. Iwanaga trying to end the ninth inning. The pitch. Ground ball, high chopper towards second. Gomez charges, flips to first underhand, and beats the speed of Smolinski. A 2-run ninth inning from the Mariners on just 2 hits. But Harwich leads now 8-3. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. The M's are 3 outs away from their 3rd consecutive win over Orleans this summer. Don't miss it on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financing journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Life can be full of surprises, but Eastern Propane and Oil is always just a call away. With a local team member available 24/7, we're always ready to support you when you need it. With an Eastern Propane and Oil technician on the way, your family's comfort is our priority. Our local team, over 500 strong, ensures your home is comfortable and warm. Eastern Propane and Oil, a local team with 24/7 service and delivery, ensuring comfort when you need it most.
Harwich is 3 outs away from a bounce-back win here tonight against Orleans on the road at Eldredge Park. The top of the order is due up for the Firebirds, and after 2 innings of relief from the righty Brian Matachet, Harwich is going to turn to their closer, Christian Rodriguez, here for the 9th inning. With Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenneman. Milo, the last time Rodriguez pitched in this ballpark was the first time he did this summer, and that was in the first week of him arriving on Cape Cod. Gave up 3 hits and 3 runs before getting pulled. So C-Rod looks to reverse that fortune from the last time he was here and get out of here with a win for the Mariners. Harwich up 8-3. Rowan Kelly digs in to the left side. The righty Rodriguez comes set, kicks and fires. First pitch, fastball away, ball 1. Kelly, a rare hitless night tonight. He's 0 for 4. 285 hitter this summer. Has sprayed the ball all over the place and gotten on base just about every night for the Firebirds. 1-0 pitch. That's taken high. It's now 2-0.
Yeah, command is big for Rodriguez. If he's firing in the strike zone, he's dominant. If he's dancing around the strike zone, it's where it gets to become a little bit nerve-wracking.
Kind of one of those guys where you just sense that he has it
right
when he's on. Trying to lock in here. 2-0 pitch. This one's hammered down the left field line towards the foul pole, but that's just foul out of play. Allowed strike 1 for Rodriguez. And Kelly's now seen one down the middle and did
some foul damage, if you will. 2-1. Harwich's pitching ERA as a staff is at a 4.22 average. That's number 6 in Cape Cod. The 2-1 is a fastball outside. And a 3-1 count to the leadoff man for Orleans, Rowan Kelly, to kick off the bottom of the ninth. Harwich's pitching has improved since the start of the summer, and the bats have given them a lot of support tonight. 3-1. Up high with the heat, a 5-pitch walk for Kelly. He's aboard to kick off the home ninth.
Yeah, that one strike was the foul ball hit deep to left field. So not the best at bat here for Rodriguez to start his appearance, and a dangerous hitter in Cadiz out.
Dom Cadiz, the all-star right-handed hitting first baseman out of UCLA. 1 for 3 tonight. Solo home run in the 5th inning. Felt like it left his ballpark the second it left his bat. Runner on, nobody out. Harwich up by 5, bottom 9. First pitch to Cadiz. Fastball inside. That's ball 1. Rodriguez takes his time now on the hill. He's working from the stretch with Kelly off of first. 1-0 pitch. Outside. Now 2-0. And his fastballs aren't too close either.
No, he's missing. That one was yanked outside, maybe holding on to it a bit too long.
Rodriguez with a glistening chain around his neck outside of his jersey, sparkling in the lights here. 2-0 pitch. That's inside again. 3 consecutive balls to Dom Cadiz. Make that 7 of the first 8 pitches out of the righty Rodriguez here to start the 9th inning have been out of the strike zone. See if he can strap back in. Dugout trying to encourage him here. Up by 5 in the 9th. That's in the dirt, and it's skipped in front of home plate. A 4-pitch walk and back-to-back Firebirds reach on free passes here to start the 9th inning. Never what you want to see in the 9th, especially when you're up by 5.
Yep, and now Hunter Dilworth goes out to talk to the entire Mariners infield and Christian Rodriguez.
Bub Terrell is who's next up for Orleans. Terrell in the Home Run Derby this coming weekend of the Cape Cod Baseball League's All-Star Weekend. Stands at 6'4", huge presence. But I think right now the biggest battle is just trying to get Rodriguez to throw something in the zone.
Yeah. You just want to get outs as quick as you possibly can. You're up 5, so obviously you'll trade an advancement of the runners for an out. You'll trade a run for an out. And honestly, like, home run is not the end of the world here as well. Obviously not ideal.
Just gives you an idea of how much insurance the Mariners are working with right now. First and second, nobody out. First pitch to Terrell, not even close. Fastball high. Terrell is coming off a season at Auburn, his sophomore season, where he hit 16 home runs en route to 46 runs batted in. Rodriguez, the 1-0. That's outside. Now 2-0. That's 10 of 11 pitches have been balls from Rodriguez since entering in the 9th. Up high. Now 3-0.
He's really struggling to find the zone here.
Knowing Steve Englert, if Terrell walks, that will be the minimum that Rodriguez would have to face, and I wouldn't be surprised if Englert gets someone else in this game. 3-0, outside, ball 4. Back-to-back 4-pitch walks after a leadoff walk of Kelly, and Rodriguez has walked the bases loaded here with nobody out. Orleans trailing Harwich by 5 in the bottom of the 9th inning, and their cleanup hitter, Jonathan Gomez, is at the plate. And there's not having control, and there's just really not having anything at all, and these first 3 hitters have not been competitive with Rodriguez. Right on right. Can see Rod steer the ship back on track. First pitch down the middle. Called strike 1.
Terrell at first, Cadiz at second, Kelly at third. Rodriguez just found the zone for the first time in 8 pitches. Here's the 0-1. That's in there. Called a strike right at the letters. It's 0-2 on Gomez. Gomez is one of 2 Firebirds tonight with a home run. Gomez hit a solo shot back in the 4th inning. Home run here would go a long way. 0-2. Fly ball, foul, out of play behind home plate. Starting to see that control. Rodriguez finding the zone a little bit more now, ahead 0-2. 5-run cushion for Harwich, 8-3. They've out-hit Orleans 14-7. The Firebirds trying to spark something in the 9th. 0-2 again, outside. Tried to get the bite from Gomez, but Rodriguez could not bait him enough. It's now 1-2.
I mean, you will take a flying ball to the outfield, a ground ball. Obviously, a strikeout is ideal.
2-strike pitch. Hit high and deep, but foul down the left field line. Count stays at 1-2.
I think the last thing you want to do is a single or obviously a walk. Keep the train moving, keeps the momentum going. Something to stop it.
Oh, Harwich will absolutely trade an out for a run right now. He'll do it 3 times and get out of here with an 8-6 win. But here we go. The bases are loaded with nobody out. 1 ball, 2-strike count on Gomez. Here it comes. Swing and a line drive at Kurland. It's off his glove into center field. 2 will score with ease. And Terrell stops at second. It's a 2 RBI scorched single from Gomez. And don't look now, but it's 8-5 with 2 on and nobody out in the Orleans home 9th.
Yep. The Firebirds have some fight right now. That one was hit hard. Kurland had a chance to bring it down, it looked like, but it was a hot shot. Definitely a hit. Would have been an impressive play.
One of those where it was hit so hard, but like you mentioned, you could see Kurland maybe short hopping it and ripping it out of the ground, but it just ricocheted off his glove. Kelly scored, Cadiz scored, and there's 2 on for Tyler Myatt. First pitch, Myatt swings and misses. That was a fastball way outside of the zone. And strike 1.
And now all of a sudden, I mean, this is a real rally here. Tying run is up.
Looks like Jason Flores is getting loose for Harwich in that bullpen. 0-1 is outside. Now a ball and a strike. Rodriguez just has a 3-pitch mix. It's fastball, slider, and changeup. But he really likes his fastball. He was the best reliever on all of Cape Cod last summer. He's not gotten out in the 9th. The 1-1, check swing, pitch in the dirt. He went around. Alan Liberponi said he did behind home plate. And Rodriguez back in a 2-strike count here. This time it's Myatt. Myatt 0 for 2 tonight, a pair of strikeouts. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Swing and a miss at a fastball center cut. And a sigh of relief from the Harwich dugout. The first out of the 9th inning.
And the beautiful part about that is that all of a sudden you're 1 pitch away from getting out of this whole thing with a double play.
And you get an all-star out. I mean, that's no easy out. Myatt, a 280 hitter, 4 homers. Brings up Casey Comiskey for a right-on-right matchup. Runners at first and second, now 1 down in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch, fouled into the netting behind home plate. Beltre on deck. Caught it off the netting, hands it to the youngsters. There's probably 12, 15 kids right up against the netting. Got the youngsters up late. It's 9:40 here on Wednesday night. Nothing beats the summer as a kid. 0-1 the count. Harwich up 8-5. Here's the pitch. That's down the middle, called strike 2. Now he's throwing a lot of strikes.
Yeah, he's pounding the strike zone now, and we saw what happened when he does pound the strike zone against Myatt, a strikeout. So he has the stuff, just needs to command it.
Rodriguez announced last week he's transferring to FIU from Florida. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. The slider got the chase this time, And back-to-back strikeouts in the ninth puts Orleans down to their final out. It'll still be another tying run at bat, and it will be Adrian Beltre Jr., who's 2 for 4 tonight with a pair of hard-hit singles. Beltre Jr. does not have a home run this summer. Rodriguez set and comes home. First pitch in the dirt low. Ball 1. In 2026, Beltre Jr. was injured a majority of the school season at San Diego. He only had 15 plate appearances and did not hit a home run. In his freshman year, he hit 4. 1-0. In there, called strike 1. Rodriguez finding some diversity now in the pitch mix. Early on, when he walked the first 3 of this inning, a ton of fastballs. Now the breaking pitches are landing in the zone as well. Here comes the 1-1. Beltre stays away from a changeup. That was low. It's 2-1. Bottom of the order has done some damage tonight. And Beltre has been a catalyst. He's been on 3 times. First and second, 2 outs. Here comes the 2-1. Outside ball 3. If you walk Beltre, you give Orleans the winning run in at-bat. That's McDougal who's on deck, the catcher out of Dayton. For now, it's Beltre. Harwich up 8-5 with 2 on and 2 out. Bottom of the 9th. 3-1. In there, called strike 2. A fastball right on the outside edge. Runners will get a head start here. Full count. Tying run at the plate in Beltre. Just 1 run batted in this summer. Trying to extend this 9th inning for the Firebirds. Here comes the payoff. Foul tip off of the catcher, Jaxa. He gets up limping, and he's got to walk that off. There will be another 3-2 in this AB.
Yeah, I can't feel too good at all. Just got a piece of it. And Beltre staying alive, credit to him. Big at bat here, obviously, and it all comes down to this with the payoff.
First pitch was at 6:31 tonight. We're over 3 hours and 10 minutes now. Beltre Jr. versus the righty on the hill for Harwich Rodriguez. 2 on with 2 out, 3 already in the 9th inning. Harwich up by 3, trying to put him away. The payoff again. Ground ball, high chopper to Coates at first. He handles it and wins the race to the bag. The Mariners have beaten the Firebirds again. 3 for 3 this summer. 8-5 your final from Eldredge Park. And man, after that 9th inning, the Mariners needed the insurance that they provided late in the game.
Yeah, very similar to that first time that the Mariners were here at Eldredge Park. Orleans put up a valiant effort there at the end, but Harwich gets it done, and good to get back in the win column here as we're closing in on the All-Star break with only a couple more games to go before the weekend.
After Harwich left 16 men on base yesterday in a tough 6-2 loss against Brewster, the Mariners score 8 tonight on 14 hits. That's got to be the most inspiring part about this victory.
Yeah, the hits were falling today for Harwich, and that was what was happening from the very start of this ball game. Multiple home runs tonight. I mean, the hits were also falling for the Firebirds, 8 of them. But in the end, Mariners get it done, and a couple of big hits with runners in scoring position tonight, and that was not the story last night. They flipped the script 24 hours later and get the job done.
Harwich wins 8-5. The win goes to the starting pitcher, Riley Goodman. Goodman tossed 4 innings of 3-hit, 1-run baseball. His strikeout stuff was on fire tonight. He fanned 7 and walked 3. Tommy Mitchell came in the game for Harwich, went 2 innings of 1-run baseball. Then Brian Matashat did the same thing, and Rodriguez eventually got out of the 9th inning after giving up 2 runs after walking the bases loaded with nobody out. 8-5 your final from Harwich. We'll be right back on the Mariners Radio Network. Harwich beats Orleans 8-5, a 14-hit effort from the Mariners tonight on the road. And Nate Castellone had 4 hits. Castellone was 4 for 5, a pair of doubles, and 2 runs batted in as well. Our Lily Reisenweber is with Castellone on the field. Lily, take it away.
Thanks, Luke. The Mariners took down the Firebirds for the 3rd time this season. I'm Lily Reisenweber here with Nate Castellone. Nate, 4 for 5, 2 doubles, 2 singles. You said that you're keeping your approach the same, but what is the mindset when you walk into that box?
Yeah, I'm just trying to swing at strikes and not trying to expand the zone too much, and been getting pitches in the strike zone and hitting them hard, so I'm sticking to that.
And you're headed to the All-Star game this weekend. It's your first season with the Mariners. What are you feeling?
I'm excited. I can't wait to get on the field and play at home in an All-Star game, so I'm super excited.
And your family is here from California. Are they going to be here this weekend?
Yes, they will be here, so I'm glad that I was able to make the team and have them be able to watch me in Cape. So.
And what does it mean to have them here?
It's super special. I mean, they're my biggest fans. They're my biggest supporters, and having them here in one of the bigger games of my career it's going to be awesome.
Well, good job tonight.
Awesome. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Lily. That's Nate Castellone, a 4 for 5 effort, pair of doubles, a pair of runs batted in. Maybe the best Mariner game at the plate we've seen this summer, Milo.
Just impressive all around. He's a hit machine. He's been hitting since he arrived here with the Mariners, and he's just been a joy to watch. You know, he's such a nice guy. He goes about his business in a professional manner, and he just knows how to put the bat on the ball and the hits find the outfield.
I mean, he's killing it out here. We've talked about the adjustment to the wooden bats. The second he's got here, he's just lit up the box score. And doesn't do it in a super powerful way, but tonight had 2 wall-scraping doubles. And that's all she wrote. It was a hit fest tonight at Eldredge, and the Mariners outlast the Firebirds. 8-5 your final from Eldredge Park. Harwich now improves to 16-10 on the summer, still in 3rd place of the East Division. For my partner Milo Hoffman, our producer Sawyer Goldwine, and our sideline reporter Lily Reisenweber, I'm Luke Brenneman.